Some.
That's right. I forget who has. You've killed the orc named Krezi,
I do. I have the head.
and David has the head of Krezi. You remembered. Good job, Dave. Golden star to you. And it's 20 D100s plus 20 again. I'm gonna screw.
Trying to break the game.
During, after your mighty adventure, everyone decided to sleep in the place where all the hoarded loot was.
Did you guys get
So
the loot?
during that time, the elves, because they don't need to sleep like normal people, are keeping watch. So I would like a perception roll from both Gildernan and Tula.
Did you
Alright.
guys already loot the chests?
Yes, everything's looted. This place
Oh, there we go.
is dry.
Fucking love
Whisper that
Elfies.
or
No, no, always out loud. I don't hide rolls. I'm not like Adam, who's a little bitch.
I
can
absolutely
hide
high
rolls.
rolls. We can turn the players against each other.
Wow, well, it's not working. Bo would never. Willingly. Unless you're working for the Shadow Man. That's the wrong one, Bettina.
Oops.
Oh no!
We all have to. You want to roll from everyone?
No, I just want. So the elves are keeping watch outside while you
Oh.
guys sleep.
Wow, what is making noises?
Probably
Mike.
the scary things in the night.
No, it's coming from my iPad.
No, definitely Mike. Then. I'm a government agent. Ooh.
It's pretty spooky.
So unfortunately, I guess Gildernan, what you've been doing all night is running around this bush. Because Tula convinced you. You were trying to convince everyone to run back home. You guys
That
could
sounds
make
about
it.
right.
And she's like, no, we're going to rest here. You just run around. So you've been doing this. So there's like a well-trodden path in the grass here. That's just a perfect circle around this bush of you running around it. So you don't notice anything. I'll also say, I guess Tula's watching you or chilling in a tree. Or
My stamina up.
that's right. So now, oh god, I'd like to know what you guys like
Please
to do.
let him leave before you open the door.
The door's already open. You guys kept.
All
No,
right, my
sorry.
companions,
That
let's
was
make
out of
our way
game.
back. It is daytime. There's no time to waste.
It is daytime. It is the morning. Everyone, I've clicked the long rest button already, but everyone is sleeping. I don't really know what Phil sounds like, so just imagine an old man grumbling.
He's going.
As every step he takes, it sounds like fucking bubble wrap popping, just cracking and creaking. So he's at the door.
Oh, that's how you do that.
What the measure?
Yeah, Mike. The measure.
Good.
Measure.
Drink. All right. Adam, I'd like you to stop.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for my friends.
I'd like everyone to stop. No more moving, please.
Get back
David.
there.
Just running around. Adam, I'd like you to roll perception again.
Dude, I'm gonna nail it this time. Check it out.
All right. You
I did
definitely
nail it.
do nail it. And it's kind of a surprise, you know, you were so busy running that you didn't notice until you stopped running and were coming down this path that there's a man here. Just a guy. He's chilling. In fact, it's actually two men.
Gasp.
One of them is like looking at the dead goblin and wolf, and the other one is like standing next to the road,
Oh, guys, don't let me talk.
like scratching his head. And
I'm gonna.
they don't notice you right away.
Okay. Well, it's
So-
only a couple of guys, and we're outnumbered at the moment. Let's see. I might. Oh man, I kind of want to talk to them and then have Dennis kind of sneakily like just kind of flank and see if there's anything else out there. But I can't like tell him that because he's kind of far away, right?
See, if this was real D&D, I would let you guys have Rocky Talkies. So, just so
Talkies.
they're called sending stones. You can imbue a rock with a magical ability to talk to each other over long distances. I think it's something stupid like 1,000 feet, but they're called Rocky Talkies because that's what it is. It's a walkie-talkie, but it's a rock you carry. Anyways,
Well,
you don't get that because this is Lord of the Rings.
I'm
so
gonna
you
flag
can't-
him down anyway and be like, "Hello, travelers."
You're just like hold your hand up and be like, "Hello" to
I
this
have
man.
my bow in my other hand, but like,
Okay. He turns. Well, the first guy turns to you. The second guy, you can kind of see he's a little bit further down the path. Maybe he doesn't give a shit. Maybe he doesn't hear
And
you.
I'm also
Oh.
assuming like my friends like hear me talking to somebody, so like,
Well, I'd hope so.
I'm just
That's up to them.
I'm pulling out my bow.
Yeah, you're just gonna. Are you
Pulling my
aiming
longbow.
at this man?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna aim it. I'm just gonna pull it out. Cock it,
Okay.
you know me.
You just. It's a bow.
He's gonna talk in his bow.
Cocking my bow, guys.
So you just.
Bo Soares comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Did
Yeah.
somebody say bow?"
Which one of my wives are you? Anyways.
Alright, so yeah, I'm calling out to this guy. And
Yeah. This
kinda-
guy,
I'm
he
waving
like
and saying
turns.
hello.
He's
I got
like,
your back, brother.
an elf in the Mirkwood, eh? And he like
So
wiggles
it would
an
seem.
eyebrow at you.
Like, so it would seem we elves tend to hang out here.
And then, who's that behind you? Is it another elf?
That is my companion.
Are you like dragging Tolby next to you, or
No, he's
No.
behind me. He can stay where he wants.
Yeah.
are you staying there,
I'm
Dave?
leering at them. I'm leering at them.
You're
Look at
leering.
this
All right.
scaredy.
He's leering back at you. He doesn't actually
Leering
like
at
that.
him.
He's really upset that you're staring at him. He's like, "Well, that looks like a
It's
man.
scaredy, Mark.
What are you folk doing out here in the Mirkwood? Don't you know it's dangerous out here?" And he points to the dead bodies.
It was dangerous. Not anymore.
Well, are you saying you did this?
Not by choice.
Well, but did you killed this goblin and this wolf?
After they attacked first, yes.
Okay, just double checking. And he turns his head and he like makes like a click at the other guy, and the other guy's coming up. He's coming up the path now. They're both standing there. And they're both looking at you, and the one guy very specifically, Dave, is glaring just a hole through you. He doesn't like you, and you don't like him. And if this was the Wild West, he'd have his like hand over his holster. He
Yeah,
looks
he's,
itchy.
he's about to get capped though. He's got 3 people with bows ready to boog.
I assume Tula, are
And 2
you?
people he apparently doesn't know about yet.
Yeah. Tula, I imagine you show yourself, right? You like round the corner.
Yeah, I
He's
did
like,
a-
"Oh, there's another elf. What are 2 elves and a man doing out here in orc country?"
The Mirkwood is my country.
Well, not this part of the Mirkwood. There's orcs here, and he keeps pointing to the dead body. Again, like you guys don't know it's there, but it obviously is.
When did that get?
Who killed those? That's weird. Well, you guys keep popping out of bushes. How many are you?
That is not your concern.
And he like looks at the other guy with him, and he does the little click, and his eyebrows like wiggling. It's really suspicious. In fact, Adam, I'd like you to do an insight check.
I think I know what's going on here.
All right, it's really obvious that these guys are not good people,
Yeah, yep, I'm I'm
I
gathering
think
that.
we're all
yes.
getting
and
it.
it's pretty obvious that if Tula had not jumped around the corner, that you probably would have got jumped yourself.
I am going to speak to Tula in Elvish,
Okay.
and I want to tell her to inform the other 2 to keep an eye on our sides.
Got it.
Okay. You can just do that because I think you guys both know the same Elvish.
Sorry.
That's wow, Dennis. You ruined my. All right, we got to start over. Everyone, go back. No,
Yeah,
but
so
you tell
basically
Tula.
like I'm gonna tell her to like kind of retreat back and make sure see if I'll try to like make it so they don't see Dennis and Quixote. I would like for them to be like undetected still, but I also want our sides to be
Oh yeah.
seen. So see if they can sneak just to the side or something like that. So I say that in Elvish so they don't understand, and
Yeah. Well, they definitely don't like you speaking in Elvish, though. The one
I
guy.
know I figured they wouldn't, but
Oh, what magic words you saying? Are you trying to cast a spell on me? And the guy like puts his hand like on the hilt of his sword. They both have swords like
and
on.
I'm
the
going to be like,
side.
"What? Are you offended from me speaking my native tongue?"
Yeah, did you? You called me a slur, didn't you? You called me a human, an elf, which is really offensive.
We don't
You
like your
understood
kind
nothing.
round here.
Well, I definitely, I don't know no elf speak, but I knew what you said wasn't good. And he actually, both him and the other guy take a step even closer. This guy's, within arm's reach of you now.
Well, I am taking a step back and hand on my sword and
You already
telling
got
him
your
to not
bow
do
out.
that again.
We'll cut real
As I
quick.
whisper to Dennis and Quixote
Yeah.
to
Yeah, right. Yeah, we should update
We'll
that.
cut over to Tula, who you come into a scene of Dennis is just on the wolf, dangling the ration over its nose still, because it's not a happy wolf. And
Would I be able to leave like part of like
Thought
the
it was a
orc
happy
bit
wolf.
like somewhere in this area and keep it there while I go deal with this?
you could definitely lock it in the barn. In fact, you wouldn't even need to lock it. If you put the wolf in the barn and close the door, it would not get out.
Okay.
If that is that what you want to do?
Yeah, just for the because I can't use it in battle right now. So
No. In fact, if you get into combat with it, you're basically just going to be wrangling an angry dog. So I've ungrouped you for now. So if you want to move the dog into the thing and shut the door. I was going to say, as Tula came over, it's just you on top of the wolf, and then Quixote's trying to pet it, but he keeps growling at him, and he like pulls his hand back, and he tries to pet it again, and it growls, and it's just that's been happening for the last like 10-15 minutes while the other three are confronting apparent bandits.
So I whisper to, there's two people ahead. They're not good people. Gildernum says we should keep our heads down and go around the circle from behind.
Okay.
I have my bow out, looking at him.
Yeah. Oh, the one guy, Dave, he's mad at you.
Oh, that's fine. I got my bow ready.
He
I'll
can be
shoot
mad
it.
all he wants. He'll lose that arm if he does anything.
Quixote decides to. He's like, instead of circling around, he just says in like I guess Phil's voice. He's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna hide in this bush, and let me know when they're dead." And you hear a small yelp as he goes into the bush and then finds the body of Krezzy headless nearby. Anyways, what would you like to do, Dennis?
I'm going to set up shop probably right here. Right
That's right.
there, because I'm still not technically like in view.
Yeah. I'll say they're pretty focused on the other two. If you get like sub 20 feet, that's when you'll have to make some sort of check. But I'll say anything otherwise, like he's not looking for you. He has no. He might have an idea that there's extra people here, but
Like right
he's not
here,
looking for
would
a-
I be able to stay?
yeah, if you move there, you got to make a stealth check.
I will go right there.
Like he is like, his eyes are shifting around. He's not. It's early morning. It's kind of dark, but not super dark. In fact, let me turn it up a little bit. There you go. It's slightly morning.
Yeah, I'll set up shop here and basically wait for you
Good
guys
spot.
to make the first move. I mean, I could just fucking jump on them if you guys want me to.
No, not yet. I'd like to avoid combat if needed, but if they do, we have an advantage because you're flanking to the sides. So, and I also wanted to make sure they also didn't have people flanking to the sides. So
Yeah, actually, that's a good point, Dennis. I would like you to make perception.
Let's see.
I see, said the blind man. Oh, wow. So you see those two and nobody else.
I see everybody.
I mean, you see a pretty good circle around you, but you don't see anyone else.
Yeah.
So now that they're off to the sides, I come back just to.
Oh, are you doing weird elven stuff? And he's looking at you now, Tula. He's glaring. This guy
I
has
think
like
this guy is elfist.
he definitely is.
He's definitely elfist.
You might be a little autistic, but you can tell
Pointy-eared
that he's
freaks.
racist. Yeah, what are you pointy ears getting up to?
Pointy ears.
Tall folk and your pointy ears and you're living forever. Ain't that?
I'm gonna say we're headed back, so we're gonna continue along this path, and we'll go our separate ways.
Back where? And with what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm definitely. Well, it's dangerous out here. There's orcs
Not for
and
us. It ain't.
bandits, and the two snicker. They go.
Oh my god.
And they're like, "Oh, yeah, maybe if you spare us a few gold and make sure you get back safe."
We will not be needing your help. We can absolutely take care of ourselves.
Well, you never know what's out here, and he just motions generally in the woods. There's like an owl hooting.
They just see me, like, crouched down.
just behind like a twig. He rolls a 20 stealth, and he's like, "Yeah, there's nothing out there."
He's holding one branch in front of his face. It's like Charlie Brown's
Does
looking
that bush have a
Christmas
sword?
2 swords!
That was an old Hitman quote from back in the
Yeah.
day.
But you can tell from the body language that these guys are they're trying. You either got to pay them or they're gonna hassle you more than just like standing here and glaring.
I'm not paying shit. I'm walking through.
You're just gonna. Well, I mean, they're not moving.
Can I
Do
shoot
you
him?
guys want me to get the jump on him?
I
If
feel
we
like-
go into combat, you will have advantage because they don't see you. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and I'm walking back,
Will
Bye.
that initiate the combat? though?
hands
If you try to
hands
walk-
on my sword, but I'm like, nope, sorry, we're moving.
Well, before you do that, David, are you just shooting?
They're bandits. They snicker. I heard it.
They
snicker.
snicker.
they're bandits.
The bandits do snicker. In fact, I'll say as a ranger of the ripe old age of 23, you've heard many a bandit snicker, and that was the most evil snicker of all.
They're snickerfoots.
That's right.
Actually,
So,
I can
Are we-
understand
are
what
we
they're
doing
saying.
This? Are we rolling initiative?
well, that's now I want. Dennis needs some sort of communication that's nonverbal, and
Well, me
I-
shooting the dude is nonverbal.
That's pretty
That's-
nonverbal.
well, that's up to you guys. So how, like, either
Well, 'cause
Gilder
you guys say he's not moving, right? They say they're not.
Yeah,
moving,
they're
not
standing
away.
there and they're just glaring at you.
If I can hear them and if I can hear them snicker, that's technically like a thieves
So good.
dialect. So I should
Um,
be able to understand that.
I'll say it's not thieves' dialect, but you would know that. Okay, I want you to roll
Thieves'
insight, and as
dialect?
long as you don't roll a 1, you know they're evil.
Okay.
Please get a 1. Please get a 1. Please get a 1.
That's what
No, you, Dennis, especially. It's a long way from the Shire to here. You've actually heard bandits snickering before, and this is a snicklefoot for sure. This is the snicklest foot you've ever heard.
It's a Snicholas Cage.
So, I guess now it's
That
either
was the
Gil-
dumbest joke I've ever heard in my life.
I knew I was gonna
Either-
get shit for it, but it is what it is.
That was great.
So either Dennis jumps on somebody, Toby shoots somebody, or Gildernan tries to walk past. You guys
I was
decide.
gonna try to walk past. What do you? I mean, what you could do. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm taking a step forward. If they want to loose their bows and shoot somebody, actually, I'm gonna take a step forward this direction.
Oh,
If
I
they
see.
want- If they want to loose a bow, then by all means, they can loose a bow.
Alrighty. As I will say, as Gildernan tries to walk past this guy, he like grabs Gil's arm. He's like, "Oh, where do you think you're going, pointy
I'm
ear?
hitting
You
him,
haven't paid
punching him
the
right in the
toll."
face. Nope, not tolerating that.
All right.
It's initiative, guys.
Yeah, everyone roll initiative. Can I? Oh God, how do I roll initiative for? I mean, Quixote's in a bush. All you guys, I'll say it cuts over to Quixote for a second. It's just his ass just shaking as he cowers in a tree.
Why
It's
is
a
he
pretty good
afraid? Oh, wait, he's
distraction.
not here, is he?
Why does Roll20 hate me?
Oh
Look.
no.
That's fine. That's an okay.
That's
it's
a
still a
good thing to
5.
waste. Yeah, it's a good thing to waste a nat 1 on though.
That is true.
1 second.
You don't explode.
I mean, Dennis, are you joining the combat?
Yeah, but like, I saw them grab Gildernan, so I'm automatically assuming that shit's about to pop off.
It definitely is. I mean, if the thing is you gotta roll initiative anyway, because now you can still stealth and do sneaky hobbit shit, but you're gonna be part of the turn order.
Didn't
I?
I-
Won't know you're there.
Did that not show up for you for the initiative?
I don't see your. Oh, I see it. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
It was
Oh,
part
actually,
of the
I
other.
think it's turn order. Not that open yet.
I know. I'm working
Oh,
on
there
it.
it is.
Jesus, fuckamole. All right. Okay.
I guess that would still makes sense for me to do the first attack because I saw him grab your arm.
Yeah, like Dennis just sees like this guy try to like. To be fair, I imagine Gildernan's like this 6 foot, 7 foot
Uh-huh.
fucking monster of a fucking elf, and this is just a guy. He just grabs his arm, and it's like,
It's. You ever see you ever see Rogue One?
No, I haven't.
Mm-mm.
Oh, remember that there's
Yeah.
like a 7-foot tall robot where he backhands somebody who's like half his height.
Yeah, that is what I imagine
Yeah.
is about to happen.
Yeah.
But Dennis sees that, and he gets to go first.
In fact, that's what I do. It wasn't a punch. I backhanded him across the face. Disrespect.
Unhand me!
Unhand me, brigand.
That's what I imagine gets
That's
yelled,
what I
and
said.
that's
I backhanded him across the face and said, "Unhand me, brigand."
yeah. He's not holding you anymore, but he didn't get flung away by it.
Oh yeah, no, it was just a disrespectful smack. But I just imagine they're not gonna like that. So
I feel like you
Combat.
guys shouldn't let the guy with the worst charisma engage in conversation.
no, it's always been me somehow. And I'm like, guys, I'm autistic. I can't speak to people.
Because it was warm?
Anyways, Mr. Dennis, it's your turn. What would you
I-
like to do?
Well, that
Hit him with
attack
a short sword from
was
30 feet
the
away.
for the one that just grabbed him,
Yeah.
Get him.
and yeah, so yeah, so I'm just gonna hit him with the short sword.
Alrighty, I
Fuck.
guess. It will be a sneak attack. Actually, make a stealth roll first.
Too late.
Well,
Isn't
it's
it-
fine.
Don't you automatically grab it as soon as it turns into a sneak attack?
Well, you got to see if you make it. I don't imagine you're failing a stealth roll against a guy who's not looking for you.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, okay, you made it there. Unfortunately, though,
I
Actually,
argue he should
yeah.
get advantage though, because he doesn't. Know
it's not
what's
even
there.
advantage. He just gets to hit.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
Dennis is right. When you stealth attack in this, there's no rolling to see if you hit. You just hit. You can't
Oh.
You can't fuck it up.
Fuck.
So-
yeah.
Why would
We'll-
you shoot an arrow? Like that seems like could fuck that up.
Well, as far as the rules say, you just hit. So roll for damage, Mr. Dennis.
This is a shoot. I don't.
Just click a short sword in the chat. There you go. So Gilturnan yells, "Unhand me, brigand!" And this guy like jostles back a little bit. He's like, "Hey, calm down, Alfiers." And as he says that, he goes, "Ah!" And he gets stabbed in the asshole by just a fucking this little hobbit man jumps out of the shadows.
Fucking needle.
And he just like, yeah, it looks like a mouse with like just a sewing needle. He just comes up and jabs him in the ass, and he's like, "Oh, something fucking bit me!" And he turns
Hit him for
around and
6
sees,
piercing damage.
yeah, he's like, "Oh fuck, my ass!" And he turns around and he's like, "Oh fuck, there's a hobbit."
Well, isn't it
He knows you're
6
here
plus 4?
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the damage modifier.
but it already did it.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
4.
wait a second. Did
Yeah.
it not?
As you did the sneak.
Are you
Yeah.
Yeah,
proficient?
it should add another. Just roll a 1d6.
It should be if you're proficient in that.
No, he has a sneak attack thing that he should be able to toggle. That just adds a
Oh.
1d6, but it didn't apply it because if you mouse over the piercing damage, it's the damage from the sword and nothing else.
That's
Damn,
so
hobbits are OP.
weird.
Well, he
Kidding.
I think Dennis is a little min-maxer actually because his,
Yeah,
his
he is.
character's stupidly good.
Yeah, that's so good. Got like +8 like sneak attack. He's just
Right.
invisible.
Dennis, roll me the d6, you little. Thank you. All right. He still nothing's changed. He still just yells, "Oh my fucking asshole! Fucking hobbit stabbed me in the butt!" And like the guy behind him, they're both actually turned to you now, Dennis.
Uh-oh.
They're like, "Oh, it's a fucking sneaky hobbit. Make sure to get him." This all happens in the span of 6 seconds, by the way. Anyways, David, Tolby LaCroix, it is now your turn.
Did he kill one of them?
Nope, they're still both alive.
Well, should I ask them if they want to continue trying to fight us, or are they gonna let us go?
That's a good question. You can try.
You also hit the
All
turn
right.
order.
Oh, my bad. I don't know why it hides it for everybody.
What should I try to persuasion?
Well, what are you saying to them?
Goods.
Do you guys want to continue fighting us, or do you guys want to call it quits? Well, I think we're gonna kill you.
Oh, we'll see about that, Mister. You one of them elf fuckers? You fucking this guy right here, and he points to Gildernan.
Oh no!
Right here, shagging in the woods.
All right, I guess that they're not giving
I
up.
just-
No, he's
Alright.
definitely he's still fighting. So it's still your
Alright.
turn,
I'm gonna use my longbow.
righty. Let's see. Oh, you. As he's like pointing to Gil, like, "Oh, you one of these elf fuckers." Roll for damage.
I feel like this is gonna kill him.
He just he gets thunked in the chest and falls over. He's very not happy. Well, he's very dead. And or unconscious.
I was going
But,
"Ah!" the whole time as well.
Yeah. Fucking Dennis.
Well, I am I'm gonna run up to this dude
Yeah.
and I'm gonna draw my sword and ask him if he wants to give up.
He snickers at you the same way that the other two that they both were snickering previously. In fact,
Makes
this
me
guy
think there's
doesn't
more.
look quite right, and if you had to guess, he has worse charisma than you do.
Oh my god, this guy's.
He's
I'm
like,
gonna take that as a no, so I'm gonna take a long
He's-
sword attack.
right.
I'm gonna wait. You were saying something?
Well, he's just like laughing at you, and he has his sword
Okay.
in his hand.
No. Oh.
Okay. You, as I guess him laughing at you flustered you, and you like do a big swing, and he just parries it. There's a shing and a little spark, and he's just like, and he's like wiggling his sword at you. He's gonna stab you. when
Oh,
it's his
probably.
turn. In fact, actually, is that your turn, Adam? Unless you want to try and run away and give him an opportunity attack.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, well it's his turn anyway.
Yeah.
There we go. And he's snickering. You just swung at him.
Yeah, but he's got a big swing and a miss because I got 16 armor. So
That's a good point. Yeah, and it is. So he parries you, and then he, as snickering, he like tries to like poke at you, and you knock his sword out of the way. It's like it's a little duel over here, you know. It's like ching, ching, ching. That's what's happening. That was his. That's what he tried to do. And now it is Tulu's turn.
All right, and then da-da-da-da. I'm in range for a short bow.
Dave, make sure to lower your arrow count, by the way.
Oh yeah. I knew that.
So something also. All right, you definitely hit. Roll for damage, Tula. Tula's just in the backs. Oh my! What the fuck?
that's fucked.
Oh, okay, so
This is
Gildernan's over
my
here,
territory.
like dueling this guy. You know, they're like they both got their arm behind their back. You know, and they're just like fencing out here, and he just gets nailed in the chest, or actually. Yeah, he just eats it to the chest, and he goes down to one knee and nearly drops his sword, and he coughs up a bunch of blood. He's not doing very good right now.
I'm looking at Tula and I'm gonna be like, that counts as mine.
That still only counts as one.
Not dead yet.
Only counts as one.
Um,
Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of is For Honor whenever I was like totally handling like a 1v1 and people come in and fuck it up and steal my no, I'm kidding. But
well, wait till this guy gets revenge. He's already getting ganked.
oh no.
But
Reminds me of fucking Shaman.
before we go back to Dennis for the turn, I would like to remind everyone that when you shoot an arrow in this game, at the end of combat, you can retrieve half of your arrows shot. So if you shoot 2 arrows, you can get 1 arrow back. So 20 arrows is more like 30 arrows, depending on. Just to let everybody know. And also keep track of your arrows. If you shot one, make sure to move your thingies around. Anyways, Dennis, it's now your turn. There's a bandit. He's still snickering, by the way, between the blood coming out of his mouth.
Oh,
He's
I don't like that. I don't
He's
like that
nonverbal.
one bit. Let's see.
I'm still gonna be listening in,
still
guys.
alive.
I just have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Alrighty.
I
He's
should've
still
done that
alive.
before.
I mean, he's
Mute.
non-combative. He's basically only able to hold himself into a kneeling position on the ground.
Kneeling position, that's perfect for executions. You know what to do,
I'm-
Dennis.
I'm going to bounce over here and then over here.
Yep.
And we'll do. Let's see.
Kick his ass. Secondaries only.
Pull
Oh,
out a
I was gonna
fucking
hit him
Glock.
with my dagger.
Ballistic shield.
You're gonna okay. I'll say this is at an advantage because this guy is fucked. So I guess go ahead and roll. Yeah, you're hitting
Fuck
and
yeah.
roll for damage. I lied. He's dead. He's on the ground, just kneeling there, snickering, and then all you hear is just you know, it's the scene from Lord of the Rings when Sauron gets stabbed in the back, except the guy makes the Wilhelm scream, and he falls over. He's dead
I'm gonna loot him.
immediately. Good.
I'm gonna look. I want to like look around to see if
Okay.
anybody was moving during all that. Like, I want to see if there's anybody like closing in on us or anything like that.
All right, I guess roll perception.
Would you guys be offended if I cut him up so I could use him for. So I could use him for rations for my wolf?
Not at all. No, that's encouraged. That's smart, actually.
Okay.
Go for it.
Everyone was okay with this, by the way. This was a man that was basically kneeling. He wasn't begging for his life or anything, to be fair. He probably would have tried to swing at Gildernan again. But he was very wounded, and you guys are just, you killed him, and now it's like, all right, chop his leg off. We need to feed the wolf. That's
Well,
fine with me, I guess.
A wolf's gotta eat, you know that. That's
Oh,
just...
let's clear the fucking turn list and get rid of that. Oh, that was persuasion. You dyslexic motherfucker.
You're
That's still
going-
your roll.
That's a great roll for my -2 charisma.
But
You're
you,
going,
Adam,
come out of the woods, like screaming it to try and get people out.
I'm gonna get a 10 on perception and a 15 on persuasion.
well, now. So you look around after the fight, after the dust has sort of settled,
right.
and there's no one on the road. It doesn't look like there's anyone in the trees. It's quiet. You know, it was probably just these two and nobody else. At least nobody else that you know of. Also, I did
Alright.
roll the loot, by the way.
Let's see,
Dennis.
leather armor and a
Flail.
flail.
I'm just trying to. What was the? What size D? What size D? No, what size dice do I need for the chopping up the people?
Oh, that's a good point. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna roll it for you because it's gonna be a little bit funny. We're gonna roll 1d6 plus 3, and I'm imagining this is for both of the dead men. So
Essentially, unless somebody else
yeah,
wants
so
it.
you can have 9 extra wolf rations. This is going to raise lots of questions, by the way. In fact, I will say for everyone here that that's really fucked up. And even though you're okay with it, watching the little hobbit carve up a man who just this guy just died. In fact, you're not even sure if he's
Yep.
really dead.
No questions.
They're bandit
He was
scum.
playing him as well. He is now.
It's okay. I'm a rogue as well, so I can do it. They're my people.
They're my people. I don't know
Minus
if that's
one.
how that works. I mean, Dave's like, yeah, fuck the bandits. Like, anyone who snickers is evil and needs to be removed, so Dave's on board.
I want
Gildernan's
to
probably...
say I was never on board with this. I was out of the room.
Yeah, Gildernan's very like pragmatic, so he's like, yeah, that makes sense. You
Okay,
should feed
yeah,
your
you need to
wolves.
you need to feed your wolf. Well, there's meat right there.
Yeah,
just
they wouldn't
got-
have survived the initial wolf attack anyway, so they're gonna be dead anyway. You know.
Yeah.
I also could I see the flail stats? Is that a thing you can do?
So here's something I don't think I explained this to everyone last time, but anytime we roll, and I'm gonna do it again just for funsies, because this is on the other guy. So anytime I roll like a loot roll like this and it shows up in the chat, those items that show up are in the compendium. So if you click on compendium and search it, so if you look up flail, it should show up. And look for, when you do this, mind you, in the compendium, look for the 2014 version. But if you look at the flail, you can see the
there it
stats. So it does 1d8
Flail,
bludgeoning
1d8
damage.
bludgeoning.
And it's a martial weapon, so most everyone can use it.
Yeah. Okay. 1d8. What is? Yeah, that's I think I'm. Yeah, my sword is much better than that. So.
I feel like a lot of your starting gear
Yeah,
is
look-
going to be better than this.
Yeah, I figured. I was just kind of curious to see if it had anything cool. So.
Is this? There's also a horn. There's lots of, both of them were wearing leather armor, and the one guy has a horn. So if anyone wants any of that,
I have all of those things, and I don't want the horn. So.
that's fair.
But-
Is there so with the flail, so like what's the, is that a specific type of weapon, like yeah, how it has the short sword or rapier, long
Like a
sword?
proficiency thing.
You, Dennis, because you're a special little rogue boy, you probably aren't actually proficient in it. Because you would see weapon proficiency martial weapon. And there is no martial weapon thing in your sheet, so it would be disadvantageous for you to use it. Yeah, simple weapon. So you'd be at a disadvantage. You would not have a proficiency in using a flail.
Okay. I'm going to bring it along just so we can.
You can always add it. So well, when you want to add loot from the compendium, you can drag the stuff into your character sheet. So like as long as your character sheet's open, you can drag the flail into your inventory and it will add it. It will also add it as a weapon, because while it's on your person, you can use it. But you can just delete it or whatever. Like obviously, Dennis isn't running around trying to stab people with a flail.
God damn it! Sorry.
Wow, let's see how much.
Nailed it.
1 bludgeoning. So you pick up this flail and spin it around, and you hit Gildernan in the arm.
Donk.
Sorry, Gil.
Oh, look,
And
Look
as
at the
Tula
thing I
watches
found.
them handle the flail and carving up the net, she goes back to Quixote to say, "Hey, everything's safe now. You can come out."
Oh yeah, he's actually he wasn't hiding. He was talking to worms in the mud. He's like whispering things to them as you come up, and he's like really startled when you show back up. He's like, "Whoa, I'm Phil. I mean Quixote. Okay, let's go." And he stumbles his way down the path.
I'm
Walking
going
out to the
back to grab
street so I
my
can
my
see.
wolf.
All right.
Oh yeah, I gotta lock that. I like how Quixote is still sideways for some reason.
The wolf is yeah. Well, he's gonna stay like that. The wolf is eating the dead spider in the corner. By the way, like you hear crunching, and he's just chewing. It's like a dog. That's something he shouldn't have. So, also, I will say after you guys this little foray, Dennis and Quixote last night had found missing supplies in the barn. Each of you can choose, if you so like, to bring a barrel back.
What's in it?
Oh,
Oh, the
Stuff.
surprise. Yeah, I got you.
Fruit,
Yeah, sure. I'll bring it.
ale. So you guys, does everyone want a barrel?
Sure.
Ultimately.
All right.
Sure.
I guess everyone wants a barrel. So you guys are gonna bring back 4 barrels. Dennis can't have a barrel because he has to deal with his wolf.
Yeah.
But you guys
Sorry,
are just
guys.
rolling barrels down the, or carrying a box. It's like cumbersome, but not impossible to carry.
It might take a little while to get back though.
Yeah, it's not the sprint here in one night foray like it was last time.
I'm gonna test my balance, and I'm gonna jump on it and roll it, and like walk backwards and try to
Right.
roll it quickly.
Every 5 feet is an acrobatics roll, and if you fail, you bust your ass and break the barrel.
Okay, well, I'm not doing that.
Well, I mean, you can roll acrobatics to see if you make it the first. I mean, that seems very Gildern. He's like, "Come on, guys, let's go!" And he just starts backwards running on the barrel down the road.
Yeah, and he's just fine.
Yeah, it's just that's normal for him. He
don't
does
wanna
this all
break
the
the
time
barrel,
back
though, so.
home. Anyways, everyone's
All right.
Yeah. How do
Onward.
we add the barrel to our items?
you just have it with you. I'm not gonna add it to
Okay.
your inventory because you're not gonna have it for very long.
Oh no. The wolf's gonna eat it.
Oh, wait for me. That is a possibility. I'm an old man.
Get back here.
Toby, come on. Come on, Toby.
I'm
Let's go.
coming.
Wait,
that's
we
disgusting.
didn't-
Hurry.
We didn't take a peek at any of the stuff to like the south of us.
I mean, do you want to go look?
Hadoukens.
You want to stick around in the woods?
We'll do that next
Orc
time.
and bandit-infested woods?
Wait, what did you just say?
I said,
We just killed 2 bandits.
Mike, there's also no music playing, by the way.
there's no... Oh, it fucking...
Mine's playing.
Really?
I
It's
don't
not,
hear it.
it's not playing on my side. The...
Oh, now it went away.
There we go. Is it playing now?
It is not.
What if I do
Yeah.
this?
It is yes.
Okay. Apparently
Yeah.
some people can hear it. I can't hear it at all, even though
I
it
can
says
hear
it's
it now.
playing. Anyways, alright. You guys are heading down the road. This is going to take some time because you guys dealt with the bandits. While I'm moving everyone to the next
Where's
map.
the bandit king?
Well, you didn't look for them or find them really. It will cost everyone a ration for the day. You can opt not to eat a ration, but you will have to do a Constitution saving throw or suffer exhaustion.
I will definitely eat a ration.
So if you're
Yep.
eating a ration, eat your ration. And if you're not eating ration, let me know so I can torture you.
Eating my ration.
I am giving a ration to my wolf.
Yeah, the wolf also does need a ration.
Yeah. And then I'll have one of my lembas.
Down to
I only
8.
had- I only have
8
3
foods.
lashes left.
You only started
What
with
the-
5.
What's that
Why are there-
fudge?
What the fuck just happened?
Broke
What?
it.
I
And the music
legitimately broke it.
Oh, what'd you do? Did you delete the game?
No, I placed one Dennis and now there's 12 Dennises on my screen. They're multiplying like through
Like
It's a
Hobbit.
hobbit's mate.
oh, they reproduce asexually through osmosis.
I thought I was the
Almost
only
anything.
asexual here.
Oh god, well that's Dennis now too. Oh god,
Oh,
and now
cool.
roll 20 is just chain crashing. Give me a second.
Everybody
Jeez.
out of the game.
No, stay in. It's just roll 20's poo poo.
What?
Launch game. Don't
Well,
break.
hello, Mr. Man.
Dennis, can you see or are you not real yet?
I can see.
I'm not real
I
yet.
cannot see.
Okay.
No.
Oh, roll 20, please.
You
Lamau.
broke it.
I didn't break it. It was already
You
broken. I'm just
fucking
working with
broke
broken
it.
tools.
I'm gonna call row 20.
Call them, yeah. Are you gonna call them 20 times? Jesus.
You have
man.
to. That's how you make them work.
Yeah, apparently, because
I want to
Can you-
speak to your manager.
that's what I need right now. I need
It's
roll 20's
free.
manager. Here, I'm gonna just try to place everyone, and
Hope for the
Right.
best.
Dennis is real.
I can
Thorn
see.
Hey,
I
this isn't where you
can
guys are, by
fight!
the way. I gotta move you
Aw.
still, but like I can't.
Wah!
Whoa.
Here we go. All right,
Getting in
We
this boat.
changed scenery?
that's right, we did. The fuck did you just
Whoa.
go, Dennis?
I'm right here.
Give it up.
Who's right behind us?
Oh,
All
Gil
right, you
Durham's
guys
on a
go
boat
over
for some
here.
reason.
Hold fucking tight.
it's really good.
Get over there,
Whoa, why are you throwing
gotta-
me around like that, man?
cause I'm in charge. I'm
Okay.
large and in charge.
You're definitely wide.
And here's the wolf, and I gotta fucking doesn't have a character sheet yet.
You're definitely a Proudfoot. Like,
You look like a Saxville Bagginses.
bro, I'm definitely a Sackfield Baggins.
Can I?
Sackfield.
How do I? Can you control that wolf or no?
Baggins!
I can. So I've been just like selecting them with the
Yeah, the multi-select. Do you want me to group them?
Wait,
again?
where is Dennis?
He's under the wolf.
Oh,
Wouldn't you want the other way around, though?
Here we
Yeah.
go.
yeah.
right there.
Bring to top.
Give me. Look, hold Dennis. Hold tight.
I now have 2 Dennises on my screen.
Don't worry about the
Really?
second
I only have
Dennis.
one.
Mike, I have 30 Dennises on my screen.
Oh God. Well, aren't you
Like I have
special?
40.
boy? Everyone start fucking saving up. All right, let's fucking.
Can I have a Dennis
must-
of my own?
Oh.
Oh, God.
Thank
All right,
you
you're
for
glued to the
being
wolf
No,
now,
my
no.
Dennis.
friend.
Good luck.
Honestly, you should just keep them unbound.
There's 2 of me now.
What do you mean?
You
There's
get-
2 of you?
What about me? Nope, just one of me.
I think.
sorry,
all
Adam.
right, fucking ungroup these 2. Quit moving around so I can unglue you from the wolf.
Thank you.
There you go.
Mike.
Now you're not glued anymore.
Oh,
right,
glue 'em
You guys
real
are
good.
here, and you're rolling barrels. This is the long marshes, by the way. If you guys haven't figured it out.
We ran through
That's
them
what's up.
yesterday.
That's right. So you ran. This is where you ran past earlier. You might have not taken this exact path, but it's through the marsh. This is back to the town of Dale.
This is very watery marsh.
That's right. Well, it's it's not terribly deep water, but it's watery. There's a lot of W's in the water too.
I see.
There's a lot of boobies in the water.
That's right. I was gonna say ball sacks, but you do you, fam. You see what you want to see.
I see titties.
It is.
Also, Tula, just
And
ignore
this-
your body double. If you have a body double, you're just gonna have to ignore it. Just ignore the shadow demons. They're friendly.
We'll tell Bo they're shadow men.
Shadow people. That's what we would have been doing tonight. Could have been cutting people in half. My new token
That's
that I
the
made.
bomb.
I'm old.
Is that your character? In the...
Yeah, it is. It's
Oh,
Bo
That
Soares.
is so funny. You know, are you trying to sound like what's his face?
Who?
You make the frogs gay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does sound like making the frickin' necromorphs gay.
When chemicals and hydroponics have turned the freaking necromorphs gay. You understand that?
Is that who you're
Anyways, what are you guys doing? You guys can travel now. You're allowed to explore and go along the
channeling?
map.
I wasn't sure if you were
I'm
still-
going exploring.
All right, 'cause you do have a barrel with you still, by the way, or you have to like leave the barrel somewhere. Also, I now see 2 Tulas, so you're just gonna have to deal with that. I'm sorry.
I see one tool.
I know, but the it clearly works so well.
I'm gonna
That's
leave a
good.
piece of meat on the ground and jump on this boat.
I got you. So the wolf's just like scarfing down.
Yeah.
It's just
Get
he's-
away
he-
from that damn thing.
Would it be acrobatics?
I believe it's athletics for jumping.
I see a dock or something over there, a house.
Really? Where? Oh, you're right. Look at that.
I mean, it's a
Over
pretty.
yonder.
You get a little wet and there's mud on your feet, but you make it to the boat.
Oh,
You'll have to
You
do
wanna
an
open up
athletic
under them?
check back, but
oh God. I'm gonna
Check
open
the
this
house
chest.
let's loot the chest.
It's a handy.
And you also
haver.
inside the chest.
Ooh.
In fact, this doesn't look like a chest. This looks like somebody's lunchbox. This looks like a fisherman's. To be fair, this is a really shit fishing spot because as you're standing in the boat, it sinks a little bit, but then it hits the bottom. Like the water here is like 4 inches deep. So like whoever's boat this is just the world's worst fisherman.
Is the water still taller than Dennis?
I'd say it's up to like his chest at the deepest part. It's pretty shallow here.
Thank God.
Also,
I'm
I like
so
how
happy.
Adam's like trying to like explore and look into this house over here.
See if there's anybody in there. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything in there, so.
You're not gonna go inside?
Well, it doesn't look like there's anybody in there. Sure, I'll open it up.
I mean, you don't have to. Don't let me tell you how to play the game.
Didn't want.
All right, Adam. I'd like
Looks
you
good
to
to me.
make.
Oh.
I'd like you to stop there and make an
Okay.
check.
Make a what?
Arcana check.
Arcana.
Right.
Ooh, that means magic.
Okay. So as you step through the door, it felt normal on the outside, this little like rundown fishing shack. But you step through the front and it feels like a wash of stupidity, like indifference. It's a really weird feeling. It's not malice, but it almost feels like somebody is confused that you're here and you're confused.
I am confused. I think. Okay. What?
I
do-
see
do
him
I-
walk in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of
Is that-
stand here and be weird in the doorway and
You jump off the boat, Dennis.
take a little
And I
few
speak in
steps.
Elvish, asking if there's anything in there.
And I'll reply with, not physically. Nothing of use.
So as you walk around,
Is
Adam-
is it just like, I kind of feel odd, or is it like, that's a thing?
No, it's definitely a thing.
Okay, so
There's-
it's not like it can't just be explained by like,
Yeah,
this place
either
seems familiar, but it's like, all right. Well, I'm gonna tell Tula to come over, also in Elvish.
you're gonna tell her to come in.
Ask her if
Okay.
she also feels this weird.
I'd like an
Thing.
Arcana check, Tula. All right, you feel the same thing Gildernan does, which is confusion.
I see you guys
indifference.
just like gooning out in there, and I want to
Yeah,
pop
we're just
in.
tripping balls in this.
Yeah.
shed for some reason.
You guys are both just standing there, like drooling.
Does the
Did
wolf
you just
have to do
run
an
in,
Arcana
Dennis?
check?
Yeah, I want to.
Okay. I'd like an Arcana check.
I'm the only
Alright.
one who hasn't run in there.
You don't feel anything.
It's like, all right, you guys are
Quixote would
fucking
definitely
weird.
come with. If you want to, like, just zoom over there.
Ba-doop.
I will say, as you jump in, though, Dennis, the other two, they feel that confusion turns to anger.
Oh,
Like it's getting crowded in here, or it was briefly until you dragged your wolf back out. The wolf is also barking.
Back in.
It's like growling and barking slightly more than usual in this direction.
Yeah, wander on over.
I tell no one
Oh,
else.
is he
to
wandering over?
enter.
No, then never mind. No, I'm not.
no, you guys go. I'll keep him over here for a sec.
I yell through the door. No one else enter.
Quixote and Sylvie are just standing outside, just
Yeah, looking.
yeah.
Confused.
Quixote's like, what are you
Worried.
guys doing in there?
I feel like I want to like do some like ghost hunter shit in here. Pull out my EMP
hey, what-
EMF detector.
What up, demons? It's your boy.
It's your boy. I can say that.
Are
No,
you
I'm not
gonna-
say that?
okay.
But, that's not a that's an Adam thing. That's not a Gildernan thing though.
I think a Gildernan would say, "Yo, what up? It's your boy."
But very
Only if
dry.
he was, like- If he was like aware of that meme and he was trying to like be funny, then sure, but and just say it really awkwardly. But no, he's actually gonna ask and see if there's any. I don't know the Lord of the Rings term for ghosties.
Okay. Well, I mean, ghosts, spirits, wraiths.
Yeah, he's gonna
You,
kind
you
of.
would know that those things exist. Why you feel this way in the shack, or why one would be in here, you have no clue.
Oh, well, I'm gonna ask.
You just, what are you asking?
I'm just gonna ask if there's any ghosties in here. Ghosts, spirits, in a Gildernan type of way.
You can barely hear it under the dog barking, but there's silence, like
You
eerily.
can barely hear the silence.
Yeah, that's the thing. So
It's the
almost.
sound of silence.
That's right. It's
So,
Hall and Oates are in here under the bed, and it's the sound of silence. Like it's eerily, like outside you could hear bugs and there's mosquitoes
Yeah.
and water
I know
in
what you mean,
here
it's something like
is
whoa, it's
nothing.
loud silence.
Yeah. There's a
Exactly
surprise.
how I felt when I went to that that abandoned hospital one time.
Yeah, it's the lack of sound. I will say, Dennis still doesn't feel it. He's not magically attuned. He's just a weirdo hobbit man.
That's fair.
But you two, the elves, Tula, you can feel the presence is definitely upset that there's so many people in here, and every time the dog barks, it like peaks. And
Can
Adam, Gil can also feel
Mm.
that there's like a slow rise in upsettedness of whatever's in here.
Can I check to see if there's any like symbols around?
Sure, I would like a perception. Right, there's no symbols, or at
Oh.
least none that you can see. This shack it's not well lit, but there's windows and the door is open, and it's pretty easy to see everything in here. And it's just boxes and wood and planks and a moldy bed, and not much else.
I might.
I'm gonna head out of this room because you
I was
guys
gonna
are
say, I'm gonna
freaking me out.
regretfully ask to clear space from the wolf.
Yeah.
See, I wonder
As
if
He
soon
doesn't
as
seem happy
things
in
in
here.
my-
Why don't we take him outside?
Yeah.
Maybe he has
Yeah.
to go to
You're
the
not gonna
bathroom.
tell me how to take care of my wolf, okay?
He says to the elf of Mirkwood that is an expert on animals.
Oh yeah.
But as he leaves, the dog immediately, as soon as it steps through the door, stops barking, at least as much as it used to, and you two feel slightly relieved. The
I'm fuzzy
pressure,
anymore.
the mounting silence in the room sort of fades, and you can you hear like a mosquito buzz past your ear, and it's still whatever's in here is still in here, but it's not pissed off anymore.
I'm gonna ask again.
If there's any ghosts,
Yeah.
right? I
Just 'cause
will
now it's
say,
quieter, you know.
yeah, I would like a perception from both Tula and Gildernan.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So
Oh no.
Tula's busy. She watched Dennis. She's like, you should go take your dog outside. And he's like, you don't tell me how to take care of my dog. And she's like yelling. She's like, open this window. And is like yelling at him about how to like, oh, you need to make sure to like brush his teeth and make sure his feet are like, trim his nails and like groom him and like giving him this like prep talk on how to take care of a wolf. And she doesn't notice a goddamn thing. But you, Adam, you see right across on the other side of the bed, right by the window, it looks like there's a figure. But it's like if you like blink or rub your eyes, it goes away. But it's just this faint, just wispy shape right next to the window. Almost like the dust from the sun, the morning sun, like looks like a person. And it's kind of blue shaded. It's a different color than the rest of the room. You gonna walk up to it?
I'm gonna walk up to it and say, "Who are you?"
All right, I'd like you to roll Arcana.
Is the thing that I posted in Discord something similar to what happened?
Where is it at? Discord.
I put in the LTRO.
Oh, that's the wrong chat.
Oh,
That's fine. It's definitely none of this.
well,
I-
the very bottom one.
But Adam, I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh God.
I'd also like Tula to roll initiative.
I just asked what his name was.
Yep.
What you get us into?
I'm curious, Curiosity killed the elf, as they say.
Oh, now I get the next one.
That's right. And Adam, as you walk up, you sort of disturb the air around the dust, and the shape fades for a second, and then it comes back. And then it's almost entirely corporeal. It looks like a man dressed in a big blue robe, and he's glaring at you. And that's all he's doing. But you can feel, both Gilder and Tula can feel this like radiating hatred. This like
And
anger.
that's what makes me turn around and look.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't worry about the shit. There's a man in the room.
Tula regrets trying to tell Dennis how to take care of the dog.
I'm just standing out on the bank of the water, being like, "What's going on in there? What's going on?"
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
As I see,
So-
like, you guys getting into fight stance.
Do you need me to do anything?
Well, that's up to you. So, I'll say he's talking to worms again.
I'll talk to
Until
Quixote.
Phil shows up, he's gonna be this like weird wormy soothsayer.
I'll talk to Quixote.
Sure. I guess you guys are just chilling outside while the elves do elf stuff. You guys outside don't hear anything. Actually, I guess Dennis and Toby roll perception. Would you guys notice what's going on? You don't, Dennis. You're too busy talking to Quixote. There's no like sounds. There's nothing happening. You don't either. So you're just
That's
chilling.
just terrible.
Unless you want to like just run in like fucking the one guy from Seinfeld, you know,
Kramer.
like yeah, Kramer just barges through the door.
The one guy from Seinfeld.
Yep, that's right. Well, you guys knew who I was talking about. Or at least Dennis did. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's the first round of combat. What do you want to do, Tula?
So he looks corporeal now. Like
Yeah,
he's not see-through.
he's opaque. He's,
Yeah.
he's no longer transparent.
I'll shoot one arrow through him.
You gonna shoot an arrow?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh my god. So he give me one
Would we
second.
notice that the arrow has been shot out here?
That's a good point. I will say, as a ranger, you definitely heard the twang of an arrow. Like that was pretty obvious. Like somebody just shot an arrow.
Dennis, Quixote, they sound like they need us inside the house.
Okay, I'll leave a piece of meat and run in with you.
Can we get him?
You can go in. That's as far as you're getting, though. I guess roll initiative.
Did I
Dave.
hit?
No, you did not hit. By the way, I'm
Okay.
sorry. So you shoot your arrow, and it goes through the guy. Like it looks like you hit, but then you hear arrow against wood as it like nails the like wall behind him. And as that happens, ooh, wow. You notice, where is it? That the robe around this guy flutters, and Gildernan gets whacked for 3 damage.
Oh man. Bonk. I'll take care of my health.
And I'll say, Adam, you hear as like you watch the arrow like soars through the sky. Nothing happens. You know, like you can almost see the arrow as it like passes through him, and his robe sort of flutters, and you see this big mace come up, and you hear him whisper, and he just goes, "Boba Fett," and then whacks you. And
Boba
that,
Fett.
yeah, and that hurt. By the way,
Oh,
that
it
was
hurt
a
a lot.
very real mace against a
Yeah.
very not real man.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna use my action to dodge. And
All
do you know how
right,
that works?
yeah.
So I'm
I-
using my action to dodge, and I'm telling
He-
everybody to get the fuck out.
You're just gonna run away.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm saying. Let's see. 20,
He also-
what, I have 30?
I
20, 30?
will say, even though you use your action to escape to dodge, he didn't swing at you when you ran away.
Interesting. Well,
Like he didn't even try.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But
Well,
all right.
I'm gonna,
It's
go
it's
over
Dave's
here
turn.
and
What are you doing, Dave?
If you guys want to finish this, well, I'll I'll fight with that. Freaking fuck yeah. Go,
Let's,
I don't think this is something we can handle.
yeah.
Should
this-
we-
I'm moving here for now, still in the room, but
Okay.
I don't want to be near it.
All right. What would you
Can
like
we
to
run
do,
away?
Dave?
Can we run away? Can I run away?
I mean, you can. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Wait, wait, we can't hit this mofo, right?
Oh, you don't know that yet.
Well, I thought,
Not
didn't you
with
say
physical. Not with an arrow cruised right. What did she hit? She hit 13. Could have high armor, so I don't know.
I mean, you could just like try to plank him with an arrow and, see. Like, see
Yeah,
what's up.
alright.
I am going to Actually, no, sorry, it's not my turn. Go ahead.
Let me try an arrow. I don't know if this is gonna get us, guys.
Okay. Now I did check the rules. You do get advantage in your range. So when you're using a ranged weapon, you do extra. So Dave shoots, and maybe it's because he had just whacked you with his mace or whatever else, but instead of the arrow sailing clean through, it hits, and there's like a dent. It like impacts the cloak, and there's like a groan, and all of you, whether you're magically attuned or not, can feel like anger in the room. This guy is mad. It's like radiating out of the corner. He's fucking pissed. So roll for damage, Dave. Right. There you go. So now it is Dennis's turn.
I
Um,
don't know. I think we should skadoots.
but what if he has something cool? Like, what if he has magic meat that I can give the wolf?
Magic meat.
Yeah.
I have magic.
I
If
don't-
we can kill him.
I don't think the magic meat is worth this.
I don't know.
That magic meat could
What was it?
also hurt your wolf.
Yeah. I kind of. He didn't attack when I left.
That's right.
I kind of want to stay over here and see what he does on his next turn.
I'm gonna shoot him with my short bow.
Alrighty. Go ahead, roll to see if you hit.
Where's my short bow? Right there.
Alright, you same thing. Toby launched his arrow and then you launched yours, and almost in the same spot. Like there's a dent. You hear a thwunk as the arrow like goes into his cloak. And roll for damage. Okay, I gotta do math.
Dentist.
Second, I hate math. There we go. So I will say, right after your arrow hit Dennis, everyone hears like a clatter, and like the arrows that were embedded in him just sort of fall to the ground. And there's two little green holes in his big blue cloak. So it's now Tula's turn.
Did Dennis hit it?
Yeah, he hit
Yeah,
it.
you both hit it, but I didn't.
Maybe he's just elf racist like the bandits.
Maybe. I stare at the little hole that the arrows make. So can I roll perception?
Sure.
See if there's something special about the holes.
Oh.
Some magic
Um,
holes.
As far as you can tell, other than being slightly see-through, they're just holes.
Got some magic
It doesn't
holes.
look like there's anything special.
All right. I'm gonna use that as my turn and just be like, I don't know what this thing is. I don't know if we have the power to take it down.
Alrighty. You don't want to move or anything?
No, I'm as close to the door.
Alright.
I can run.
Well, Mr. Man here,
Oh, he is moving.
he slowly... You don't even see him taking steps. It's almost like he floats. And he comes right up to Gildernan. But that's his turn. He doesn't do anything else. He doesn't swing at you. He's just
Now it's my turn.
floating in your face.
I am going to encourage everyone to leave.
Well, we're obviously doing damage at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to though. I want to talk to it.
You want to talk to him?
He walked right up to me and just said hi. Like this might be his house that he's just hanging out in.
We just
Yeah,
attacked him in his
barking at
house.
him.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks pissed, and you feel that he's
Yeah.
mad.
I was gonna say, can I do an Arcana check?
You don't even have to. This
Okay.
room feels like, like right. When you're at like your friend's house and they're getting yelled at by their parents. That's
Yeah.
what
Oh,
the whole
no.
room feels like.
See, whenever that happened to me, I always thought it was hilarious. So I'd
But-
be behind their parents, like laughing at them, making them laugh, and make it worse. It's great. It's so funny.
That's what this room feels like.
Oh no! All right. Well, I want to kind of talk to everybody and be like, kind of no more firing, like, or no more attacking. And I am going to. Let's see. And I want to talk to it again and ask again who he is.
He doesn't
That's my
respond.
turn.
Well, okay. What language are you saying this in? I'll let you try all of them if you
Oh,
want,
can I? Let's see.
or any of the languages you'd like.
Which ones am I proficient in? Language. Oh, Western. Yeah. Okay.
The Westron is common. That's what
I'm going to say hello in all of those languages.
All right. He doesn't respond.
Okay.
He's just
well,
glaring at you. He still looks mad. Like you're like you pull out like a little the Ghost 101 language chart.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna
try it
take
and-
a step over here.
right. He still doesn't swing at you.
Yeah.
He kind of looks a
Honestly,
little
Jake doesn't
shady in the
respond.
sense of like he might have something sneaky about him.
I mean, you're the one who wants to eat his ghost meat, so I'd like you to think about, as the moral implications of who the bad guy is here. This is his house, and you've just shot him.
I was just
Anyways.
defending. I was just defending them.
It's Dave's turn. What would you like to do, Dave?
Yeah, did Adam disengage, right? Or did he not
Yeah.
disengage?
I
he
didn't disengage. I just kind of moved.
Just stepped away.
Yeah. Still technically in the combat, but
Because nobody to talk to him?
Well, no,
I
he
said
didn't.
hello and he didn't care.
isn't
but in
responding.
any of the languages that I chose, but
I don't know.
I think both Gildernan and Tula have also said that maybe we shouldn't fight this thing, just to help sway your choice, Dave.
Well, I wanted to leave. Yeah, I don't think we should fight it.
Okay. You're
Well,
allowed
I
to.
guess so.
Well, you can leave if you like.
Boo.
There you
Come
go.
on, guys, run for it.
He fucking books it. And
Shoot
Dave,
must run.
Dave, as you run outside, you just see Quixote is holding this piece of meat with a shaky hand, just trying to keep the wolf from eating him. That's what's happening outside. But yeah, you've escaped the combat, David. You're out of the turn order for now. So it is now Dennis's turn.
Let me see. I'm not gonna attack him, but I would like to
I don't have the color
use
black in my
the very like the thieves can't, because that's what I was saying. He kind of looks like he might be a little sneaky.
I
'Cause
got you.
He has the face covering and everything, so
Okay.
If
I
he-
imagine you use the magic wink and nod and finger gun language the thieves use, and he doesn't really respond. He's kind of mostly glaring at Gildernan, but he does look at you and he sees you do the little, you do a jig or whatever the thieves do. I don't know how they speak, but he doesn't respond. He hasn't said anything.
I think
He's
he's
also-
protecting his window or something over there. He
I
got
mean-
really angry when we went over there, but wasn't so angry when we came.
Well, that's
in
where
the
he
room.
was. You walked up to you're like, "Hey, Ghost, it's your boy,"
Yeah, I said,
and
hey, what's up? And
I mean, if you're just chilling, if you're a ghost chilling in your ghost house, and some dude walks up and like tries to like touch you, you'd be mad too.
Try to touch him. I said hello.
Well, you didn't like it anyway.
I
I
guess
did
not.
also have the wolf sitting like right there this whole time, so
What, the yellow circle?
yeah. It's
The-
not
well, the
P.
wolf-
It's not P. Not P.
Swear,
you
swear,
sure?
guys. It's not.
Has Quixote been in here? It looks like this. Oh my god. So, what do you want to do, Dennis? Do you want to move or attack or?
um. I want to see if there's like, do you think a religion check or something would do anything? Like, oh,
God, the only
Maybe for like.
for like
I don't even
dead
know if
things.
religion would do it. Maybe history, maybe arcana.
I
You
haven't
can
had a
you
very,
can pick, but whatever it is a very very hard roll.
yeah.
I will
either
say
one.
you at the moment don't know what the fuck this is.
I'll do a history.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck this is. You've actually it's probably the first time you've ever seen a ghost, and outside of shooting it with an arrow and that working somehow, you know, it's this is pretty freaky. You know,
There wasn't very much in there.
you've never seen an invisible-ish man before,
Hmm.
and you've seen a lot of men.
Oh, take your shit out there.
Hmm.
So, Tula, I guess it's your turn if Dennis is done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not liking this, guys. I doubt we're gonna touch him. I'm bailing.
Just
Wow.
running. Alrighty. So, as soon
You
as
got
you
a
leave
runner.
the house, Tula, that like awkward, like like your friend's mom is yelling at your friend at his house about like taking the trash out and doing chores and stuff. That feeling goes away.
Close the door on us. What an asshole.
Sorry.
That's
I just
fucking-
wanted to see if the whole house would go dark.
it does. That's I made
No,
the,
because there's windows, so I can see
Well,
through the windows.
yeah. You can. I'll say you can still see the ghost through the window, but you don't feel the anger anymore. And after Tula runs and leaves you two alone, the ghost sort of wispily. He just kind of floats right here. It doesn't do anything.
Gil, I think we should. What if we just like? I know it's gonna sound crazy, but put down our weapons and just kind of like go like our arms like kind of out, like our bad.
I'll do that.
You want to
Okay.
do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put my weapons down and kind of
Just
hands up,
put your sword and bow
Yep,
on the
yep.
ground, and
and my
Alright.
daggers, and
it
well,
he
yeah.
it still feels like he's mad at you, but he's not attacking. Unless you want to try to do anything else during your turn.
Do an Arcana
that-
check.
Well, wait, Mike just kind of told us how it feels, right?
Well, yeah,
Could
but
I
I
do
mean,
an
you
Arcana
can
check, or
you can do a history check. I'll say
all right, let's do a
If you
history
wanna-
check.
if you because I will
I know
say as
history,
an
I know
elf,
history in
you've
real life,
seen
too.
oh wow,
Oh.
Yeah. You've seen ghosts
you knew history.
before, and this is a ghost, like 100%.
I know this is about.
Say. I'm
So
doing that like that meme right now with fucking whatever. What the hell's his name from like National Treasure, where it's just
Yeah.
like you don't say.
yeah,
What,
the
Nicolas
fucking Nicolas
Cage?
Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Aliens, but it's aliens.
it's a ghost, but it's not just any ghost. You know that this is a wight of some kind. It's corporeal, not real, but real enough to hurt you. But this one's acting weird. Usually whites kind of enjoy eating people and consuming
Oh.
flesh.
I
This
didn't know
one,
that.
well, you know that about whites. You didn't
Yes.
know that about this one. And if you had to guess something's wrong about this one or different, it's hostile, but it's not trying to kill you like a normal white would.
Maybe he's full.
Maybe he could be full of the ghost meat. You don't
Full
know.
of ghost meat.
So that's what you know of this.
Interesting.
I guess Dennis, if you wanna do anything. That's
I
a dog,
mean-
David.
History or Arcana doesn't. I have -1 for both of them.
Oh. Oh no.
Should I just do an Arcana to see if there's any? I want to see if there's
Sure.
any way to like communicate with it at all.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
problem here.
Well, I will say, like, this is one hell of a hard roll. On top of you wouldn't know what this is anyway. I will say that during the longer you stay in this room, the more of that feeling you get. You know, it almost kind of feels like now you're angry and annoyed. You know, like when somebody out in the street like gives you the bird, but you're having a good day, but now you're not having a good day because some random guy flipped you off. That's what you feel like right now.
Well, somebody gives me the bird. It's just a thief communicating. So
Yeah, they're actually letting you know. But it's if you weren't a thief, that's what it would feel like.
I go, hey brother.
You can just flip them the bird right back.
It's like how
But
people with jeeps wave at each other.
But you
Signal for the motorcycle. Finger.
you feel this feeling that likely that the elves have been feeling, which is the room is different. It's quiet in here, you know, like outside of you can almost hear like your own heartbeat. It's so unsettling. And the ghost hasn't made any noise other than what it whispered at Gildernan earlier, if he remembers what that was.
I don't remember what that was.
Me.
That happened. And what did he say?
If you don't remember, you don't remember. That's unfortunate for you.
Gil probably would.
Well, that's a good point. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
All right.
But you notice as you just stand here, and the ghost is standing there, and he starts shaking, and then he stops shaking, and almost like a steam, like there's this wispy dust that kind of like comes out from under his robe and like rolls across the floor, and that's his turn.
Oh, he said something Boba Fett.
He did say something, Boba Fett.
There's something related.
It's not far off.
Boba Fett.
That's right. Dennis wouldn't know that, but Gildernan would remember that.
But wouldn't I be able to hear it at least?
I don't think you would have heard it when it initially happened. This is also like a solid 2 minutes ago in the D&D time, and Dennis got that real short memory.
Boba Fett. I don't know what that means. Can I do it? Can I do a history check about that word?
Sure. You can roll.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
you have never heard those
Oh, no.
syllables uttered together in that way ever in your life, and you've been around for thousands of years, and no one has ever said
No.
stupid shit like that before.
That's pretty funny. Well, that's my turn.
Dennis, it's your turn.
So I'm trying to use like outside thinking right now in the sense like not in game, just from what I know about Wobbuffets. If you attack a Wobbuffet in Pokemon, it attacks you by swinging back at you.
Oh yeah, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's where I heard that from.
Yeah.
As
I was
as
thinking
you
Star
think
Wars.
about this, Quixote immediately stands up on his feet. He's been logged in. I assume that's Phil.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Howdy, Phil. We're in the middle of an interesting combat. If you'd like to join in and help, quote
I
unquote.
will say after this scenario ends, I will probably have to depart.
Yeah. So I'll stay up until like 9:30, 10-ish, depending on it, if everyone else can last that long. So I do want to have some session for Phil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be down.
But
Yeah.
just to catch you up really quickly, Phil, you murdered some bandits that were outside of the orc hut you slept in.
Alright.
And then now everyone's rolling barrels back to the town of Dale. But everyone saw this shack in the Long Marshes. And Gildernan decided to investigate. And now they're fighting a ghost.
That said Wobbuffet.
Yeah. It's a blue...
But you wouldn't know that because you never went into the building.
Well, he was in the
Okay.
building, I think, when it whispered.
Quixote never was.
Oh yeah, Quixote wasn't, but you can. I'll say the door's open and Quixote can see the ghost right now.
Yeah.
Like,
What
Yeah,
the
he
hell
knows,
is
but
that
he
thing?
wouldn't know what it said.
yeah, but there's a ghost in the doorway, and Gildernan or Dennis are goofing around with it. That's just to catch you up. Anyways, I think it's still Dennis's turn. I don't know if you're doing anything yet, or if you've done anything.
Oh.
I want to like kind of gesture towards Quixote and kind of like wave him in.
You wanna? Okay. I mean, you can do that and something else. It would only take a second to like
Okay.
wave. If you wanna like attack or.
I
feel like
don't
Dennis
want to
might
attack.
sussed out yeah, I feel like Dennis might have sussed out the puzzle.
I don't want to attack him.
Do I have to roll initiative?
If you step into the building, you will. Yes.
He attacked when when somebody shot an arrow at him.
That's right. When
Which like so
Tula-
do people, but like he also didn't like attack
Yeah,
after we did.
he hasn't
after I was like,
attacked-
hey, don't attack him.
Yeah, that's true. You would notice that on top of you noticing that in real life.
Yeah.
So I think
that's
I
interesting.
will. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like if I punch myself, will it damage him?
Well,
Look, you-
I mean,
if you want to try.
we did damage him, but it'd be really fucking funny.
I'll test it and I'll just like punch my leg.
Okay. I'll say you
Give
won't
yourself
even
a
need
dead
to
leg.
roll. Well, are you punching yourself hard enough for it to hurt?
Like when you know when you give somebody like a dead arm that you can
Dead
feel
leg,
it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like just enough to like barely feel it, like and be like fuck. Like in real life, like you'd probably hit you'd hit yourself
Stub
with
the
a
toe.
1.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say you've hit yourself a lot. That's part of the thieves' cant, actually. It's like you flip the bird, you punch yourself in the leg, you like make like a duck sound. You know, it's really complicated, actually. But anyways, you've done that so much that you won't take damage,
Okay.
but nothing happens with the ghost.
Okay.
Now it's Ghosty's turn again.
So yeah, I basically gestured towards Quixote and then punched myself in the leg.
Yeah, so if you want to come inside Quixote, you can, but you'll be... Well, it doesn't matter what you roll initiative, you're going to the bottom of the turn order.
No.
Because you're entering
What?
combat.
You want me to punch you in your leg?
So, alright. So Quixote's in here now, and Quixote, I would like you to roll an Arcana check for me.
Ooh. Alright. I got a 5 on this, so.
There we go. Yeah, you step into this, and I'll just briefly describe what the elves have been feeling. Is you step in through the door, and it's almost like all outside sounds stop. There's like this feeling, this like awkward tension in the air. You feel mad because the room feels mad. Like the whole feng shui in here is rough. But you know that it's magical-ish in nature. You've also I'd also say you're pretty aware that this is a ghost. You've seen a ghost before, so you know what it is, and you can tell that the ghost probably has something to do with how weird the room feels. But anyways, the ghost after Quixote comes inside, he the cloak sort of expands, like it gets big, like almost so big that it's touching Gildernan, and then it just slowly collapses again, and nothing happens.
Like he disappears.
No, he's still there.
Okay.
So it just like if he like pulled his arms out and then just tucked his arms back in, like his cloak sort of expands and then goes back to normal man shape.
Did it touch me?
It almost touched you.
But it didn't.
It didn't. That's right. Very specifically, did not touch you.
Did it look like? Did it look like he was trying to? Like what was it? Like what was it? Was he just like putting his arms out and it was like, oh, it just so happened, or was he like?
No, it's
looked
almost
like he was.
It looks like if somebody was like trying to blow up a balloon. You know, like it just the cloak expanded into like a cylinder shape, and then just he's like a wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing tube man
Yeah.
without the arms. He's just the wacky, waving,
It's fucking
inflatable
weird.
part.
I'm gonna step over here and use my action to dodge, and then
Yeah, he still doesn't try to swing at you. But...
yeah. And I'm gonna wait. That's it. That's my turn.
Right. What are you doing, Dennis?
Sorry. I'm going to copy him.
But you're gonna copy him.
Yeah, kind of like bring my
mean,
arms up.
Okay.
And
I'll say you do have like a little like a cape or a cloak. You get your backpack and shit with you, and you can like fluff up your clothes.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that. I'll say nothing happens though.
Ooh, okay.
He's looking at you now because the other two are a few steps away, and you're the closest now.
All right. I'm going to do like that. Like a. You know when like a knight is being like knighted, like putting his hand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if we could just like get him to chill the fuck out.
Okay. I'd like a roll, but I don't know what.
Performance?
Sure.
Persuasion?
You're like, maybe
Both of those could work.
persuasion. That's up to you, I guess. Whichever you want to roll. 'Cause I don't know what else.
I have 2 in either one of them.
Okay, you choose then. Okay. The room feels angrier. He doesn't do anything. He kind of like, as you like wiggle your fingers at him, it almost like your hands just kind of pass through him. His
No, I'm
cloak,
not doing.
like,
I'm not doing anything like that. I'm literally just putting the. Here, let me see.
Offering a
does he
hand.
Imitating him, basically.
No. This is like the. Here, save images.
waiting for the GIF.
Did that just not work? God damn it.
Oh, it's the wacky waving inflatable.
No, not that one.
Well, the point is, whatever you're trying to do to him, it didn't work.
Kind of like doing this.
Okay, yeah, that he doesn't move, but you like it just looks at you.
Okay.
He's
so-
already looking down, and then he's looking down further. He's just, I will actually. Oh God, another thing. I'd like all three of you to roll perception.
Perception. I will
Yeah,
probably have
so-
to wrap this up in the next 15 minutes or so, guys, just so you know.
Right. Oh
Mhm.
wow. Okay.
Oh my
You
God,
guys
we're all gods.
You guys all notice that, like, he's a lot more transparent than he was about 5 minutes ago. He's still just hovering over Dennis here, being creepy and weird and angry, but he hasn't swung at anyone, and he's translucent.
I have
now
no
it's
problem with
Kyoto's
him
turn.
being weird. Like, we have an autistic elf with us. Like
You think they'd get along,
a
really?
super old man hanging out, and I'm a fucking. I have no problem with him like being weird. I just don't know. I'm just gonna see what the fuck happens. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
But Quixote, it's your turn.
All right. Well, both me and my character are very confused.
That's good.
Perfect.
What the heck
Enough
is
to
going
roleplay
on
now.
here?
Dude, this guy's just been. I don't. This thing like was over by the window, and my wolf started tweaking out. So I brought him outside. The elves started kind of like making weird faces towards each other. So I came in, and then we tried to
Started
attack
making-
him, and now he is getting very like invading our personal spaces without doing anything, and keeps like having steam come out of his ears.
That's a very good description of what's been happening. You say all of that, by the way, in 6 seconds. That's how long a turn is in D&D.
This is
It's
the
a
GIF is
anime
basically what
time.
I'm imagining is happening.
Yeah. So, knowing that information, Quixote, what would you like to do?
Crap. I don't know.
Do a history
So
check.
no one wants. Yeah, can I do a history check?
Yeah, you can do a history check.
All right.
All right. You, Quixote, you've seen these before. It's not just a ghost, it's a white. And whites normally eat people. That's sort of their deal. This one isn't eating anybody. And as Dennis described, it's also not attacking anyone or being anything other than just like sort of obnoxious, like he's like the drunk cousin that just keeps standing around while you have a conversation. Like he's just here, but he's not doing anything. But you have
I
seen
tuned out and
white.
couldn't tell if you were talking about the ghost or Quixote.
Yeah.
Cousin just
Little bit
standing
both.
there.
But
You have seen ghosts before, and you know that this is a white.
there's. All right, so I'll relay that info to the rest of the group, I guess.
Right.
This is in no order any ghosts. This is a white. They usually eat people, but this one isn't for some reason. And then I'll try to talk into it, I guess. I'll say hello.
He doesn't respond.
Oh. Alright.
Well, what language do you know?
Yeah,
I'm gonna save Quixote some time and said I already said hello in every language and nothing happened.
Okay. word.
Yeah,
Um,
that is a thing. So, Gildernan
Alright.
has already tried.
And I tried copying him.
Oh, we've tried
Can I
killing
roll-
him too.
Yeah, we've tried
So-
everything.
Did do damage. Did do damage.
I mean, you guys didn't try
Attack.
killing him very hard.
That's what I was
But
saying.
we also just walked into his house and started shooting at him like a bunch of assholes. So
Yeah, but if he's a
I mean-
ghost, he doesn't have any belongings.
No, it's his house.
So?
I mean, you don't know if it's his house. He hasn't told you. He just,
What?
you know.
I mean, there's no one else. You see anyone else in here?
I
no,
barely
I mean,
see
He
him.
ate them. He's a white.
That's
I
all
think it's
canon,
safe to
by
say
the
if
way.
you walk into a house and there's somebody there, it's likely their house.
I feel like
Yeah, but if a ghost was standing in somebody's house and I saw like a pile of money, I'd be like,
That's good for you.
all right, I guess might as well just like take a little bit of it. I'm a rogue after all.
So, is that madness that you were saying when I first walk in? Is that specific to a white? Or is that like
no. I'll say you just know that sometimes ghosts sort of exude their feelings, and you can tell that the white is mad, so it feels mad in his quote unquote domain. I will also say, just to quell this argument, that Quixote and Gildernan have a pretty good idea that this is the white's house.
Okay, fair
Like,
enough.
this is where the ghost lives.
I'm pretty sure the
There's a
spirit
frame
is linked
picture
to
of
the
himself
house.
on the wall.
Yeah, there's actually, Dennis,
That
behind you,
picture is on the wall.
there's a portrait, and it's literally just this guy in the blue cloak and everything.
Same picture, everything.
Oh,
Just a blank frame.
Right. Is there anything else you'd like to try, Quixote, or?
I meant inseminate.
No. I'll say,
Alright.
I think the specter's linked to the house, so if we don't need anything in here, I think we're good. But I don't know.
I mean, he's probably
We could just
protecting
burn the house
something
down.
cool. I want to take a peek. Something.
We could just burn the house down.
Yeah, there's no house to hang out.
If we can't have it, nobody can.
All right. As you guys are discussing burning the ghost's house down, he does the steamy thing again. His cloak puffs up, sort of almost into a ball shape, and then it slowly like exhales, and misty steam sort of comes out of the bottom of the cloak and rolls across the floor. And I'll say all three of you can tell that the ghost is. He's even more. It's almost hard to see him. He's basically entirely translucent. He's just an outline of a blue man in the middle of the room.
Blue man.
That's right. And then he starts singing "I'm blue, dabba dee dabu die."
Die.
It's canon. You said it.
Scan and DM said it.
I'm blue. If I was green, I would die.
He doesn't know any English. He's just making those noises.
Then you also hear in the background, Crazy Frog just ding ding.
Blam.
Anyways, it's Gildernan's turn.
So it's definitely his house. Wobba Fett. I think I know what.
Why did my
So the
wolf?
wolf just disappeared. Nope, there it is.
I don't want to metagame,
Yeah.
but I feel like this is a mini boss and we should kill him.
Well, there's a mechanic to the mini boss,
Yeah, I know.
and
I pick up my weapons and stuff, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I imagine you did. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, you didn't tell me you grabbed your
Yeah,
sword,
yeah.
so it's on the house 20
Um,
miles back. You fucking idiot. No, you have your shit.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna. I feel like Gildernan will not be fighting him because he sees no reason to. He's like, we walked into his house, we attacked him first, and he defended himself. I wouldn't be attacking him like that. He's
That's pretty
Gildernan is
fair.
honorable in that way.
This is probably the only person who is like not pushed Gildernan, by the way, or like poked him or grabbed his arm. This ghost has done nothing to you. Other than
Smacked
whack
me
you
with a
with a
mace.
Well,
Yeah.
you deserved
Yeah.
it.
No, I didn't do anything.
Well,
I
Tula
was
shot
the
an
one that
arrow
shot.
at him.
Tula shot him. I was
Well,
just next to him. He was like, "Well, fuck that guy."
See,
Well,
there-
yeah.
Smack me, and now I got an elf concussion.
he is a dickhead.
Well, he hasn't
But
smacked
honestly,
anyone
like,
since.
oh, yeah, you know.
He's been a real
He's-
white ghost.
I'm
That's
gonna,
right.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell everybody, let's leave and see if he follows us outside.
Alright.
Well, you gotta wait for
Oh,
your
well,
turn, Kyoto.
right.
Well, actually, if all three of you say, hey gang, let's get out of here, I'll let you all leave.
That is my suggestion.
So, it
I'm not
sounds
saying
like,
abandon what we're doing here. I'm just saying let's leave and see if he follows us outside.
Then we can lock the door behind him.
Oh, he's a fucking ghost.
I know, but
yeah, you locked the door, you can't get back in this ghost house.
So
he doesn't
there
like
you
the
guys, there
sun.
you go. So keep in mind, after I do want to probably wrap this up pretty quickly. Here,
Yeah.
but
I am outside the door.
Alright, I think
I'm
everyone's
with you.
gone outside. As soon as, I'll say Gildernan's like the last out. And as you walk out, you see the wispy shape just disappear. And
Walk
there's
back
no
in.
more combat, and he's still gone.
Alright, yeah. I'm going to take a peek in all this shit.
Right. I will say, well, here they found some garbage you can have if you want it.
Costume clothes, I'll just dress up as him next time and kill myself.
I'll say the costume clothes are, it's literally the blue robes. Like, this is most definitely this guy's house. Like, it's just this big blue cloak.
that's pretty funny. I am going to log off here, guys.
Alrighty.
If that is the end of this scenario.
Yeah, that is. It's just looting now, and I mentioned Gildernan is ill against. Well, I don't know. He's okay with chopping people up, but looting.
They
no.
were dead, and he laid hand on me. And hey, self-defense.
Alright.
That's right.
Hey, whatever helps
I'm,
you sleep
I
at
will
night.
see you Dead Space players tomorrow.
Alrighty.
Sounds good, my dude.
See
You
ya.
can use my
Bye.
sleeping bag, it's still warm.
With what?
Well,
Abby.
my character just woke up.
Oh, that's well. You were outside. I've been making you talk to worms this whole session. I don't know if that's better or worse.
You did.
No, that's much better.
You didn't get bit by the wolf, so that's good.
Yeah. But I'll let you. If anyone else wants to do anything with the cabin, I mentioned Gildernan's like, all right. He like dusts his hands off. He's like, the ghost is gone. We're all set. Keep going. He's like jogging in place now. He's all uppity.
Oh, I said, looks
I don't know. We didn't just go through a guy getting really mad at us for like 10 minutes not to take a peek inside here.
Can I come back in and get the arrow that I shot?
Yeah, you can have your arrow back. It's in the wall.
What's
You just
inside
pluck
this?
that
Is there anything near this barrel?
No, everything in it looks run. It looks like nobody's been in here for like, I don't know, 20, 30 years. Like there's cobwebs. It's moldy and musty and like, you know, it's just a broken barrel and planks and shit on the ground there.
Can I try
Other-
and salvage any of the cobwebs?
For what?
Salvage the cobwebs?
Yeah, because if you collect enough, I'd imagine that you could create a really strong rope.
Wow.
I'll say you need 1,000,000 cobwebs to do that, and you found one.
All right, 1/1,000th of the way there.
Quixote just watches the Hobbit just like wrap cobwebs around his finger. He like wraps. He puts his finger around like a web, but this one's not a cobweb. It's an actual web, and a fucking spider jumps down and scares him. It's my house, you asshole. I live here.
There's a picture of the spider on the wall too.
Yeah, it's the spider and this man have been living here.
Well, he sees me dressed up as him, so Things
Are
I'm
you
cold.
wearing his cloak? I feel like that's a little fucked up. Just Dennis just dons himself in the blue cloak and walks around a dead man's house. Takes all his shit. You're definitely haunted, by the way. You don't know this yet, but or your character doesn't know this, but you know. He fucking stole his cloak. You're an asshole.
I'll throw it on somebody that I don't like, and then just have them get haunted.
Then they're cursed. Oh god.
Not.
Are you
my
guys
problem.
do you want to goof around in the haunted cabin anymore? Or...
I'll take a peek in these barrels.
Alright, we'll see what you find.
More
There's
of the
another blue cloak. This, in fact, every barrel, like, there's just blue cloaks everywhere in this fucking place. Every box and barrel is just full. This guy had a lot. Maybe he won't care that one has gone missing.
Let's see.
Kildernan, and I see both Toby. They're like, "All right, come on, guys, let's go." And he just Kildernan, it's a breakneck sprint. He's going back to the road. It's like, oh, we gotta get back. Yeah, I imagine you guys all like left the like barrels you were rolling in the road. You didn't precariously like roll them down over here.
That's up to
Whoa.
them.
There's a boat with a treasure chest.
It's already been looted.
Yeah.
I'll say you would have known that.
If you weren't at school.
That's right.
The Wizards Guild.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Well, he
What
is
was that
dealing with
wizard
electricity.
college?
That's basically magic.
At least it's not clown college.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
You'd be able to roll. You'd be able to walk on top of a freaking barrel if it was clown college.
Is anyone trying? I'm gonna say Gildernan is doing that right now. He's like, he's not rolling his barrel. He's standing on the barrel and like doing the backwards jog to like, he's cooking it down the path. He's like, come on guys, everyone, do it with me. Come on, everyone, roll on your barrels.
How are you doing that?
It's super easy. They don't teach you. You guys don't know how to do this?
Wingardium Leviosa.
I can't remember. Is the Gildernan? Did he actually get hit by the
Oh
mace?
yeah, he got his like arm got smushed in by the mace. He got whacked pretty hard.
Okay. I feel guilty that I'm the one who shot the ghost and he got hurt, so I'm gonna do a healing words on him.
Alrighty, I guess.
Apologies for
Doesn't it
my
eat people?
reaction.
Doesn't the ghost eat people?
I'm sorry. What, Dave?
Doesn't the ghost eat people?
Well, it's a white. It's a type of white. But I mean, he wasn't trying to eat you guys.
Uh-huh.
No. And also, I don't know if you don't know what a white is.
Bro,
two
I
people-
know all about whites.
I mean, I know you are white, David, but
I ain't afraid no ghost.
Dave
Da-da-da.
walks like he's got white on him.
I got
Right.
ants in
Also,
my pants.
you've healed Gildernan back to full. He's like, oh, thanks, Tula. Us elves have to stink together. And he does like a really awkward like wink and finger guns. And that actually gets Dennis's attention because he thought he was doing the thieves' cant for a second. But he didn't do the like the flip off right after, which would have meant something. It was just
He
nonsense.
just kind of walks away, like backwards a little bit, like.
Gildernan's still on the barrel, by the way. He's like, all right, come on, come on, guys. Why aren't you rolling on your barrel, Quixote? Come on, just get up there. It's super easy. I do it all the time.
No how.
Also, Ranger,
I hear.
Strider.
Strider.
But this is now, I will say, this is a pretty safe trek back to the town of Dale. So it past the marshes here. It's a beautiful, scenic, quote unquote. It's like farms and fields and just grasslands and cozy hills, and you can sort of see the river cut through like a valley, and this takes a little bit of time. I'll say it's a couple of hours to actually get back, but everyone gets back to Dale. And hopefully Roll20 doesn't explode. We're gonna wait. No exploding, Roll20. It didn't explode. Alright, and then you guys are back.
I just need the wolf.
Oh, yeah, give me a second.
Honestly, I'll just.
What if
We could just assume that he's there right now.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is this... Actually, this will be an issue because, you know, there's what the? How many wolves are there for you, Dennis?
1.
Okay, grab your wolf.
Now there's 2.
Okay, ignore the second wolf. But
Also, remember we broke Toby out of jail before leaving.
that is
So-
true, and on top of, I will also say that as you guys walk up to the gate, a guard like hops down in front of Dennis. He's like, "Oh, you can't bring that mangy thing in here. That's a, you know, that's a liability. It could bite you. It could bite me. You got insurance."
He's my emotional support animal. It's legally that he's allowed to come in.
Well, is he? Does he get papers for that?
I just
He ate them.
yeah, my dog ate my paperwork.
Well, I'm not waiting around until he shits it back out. So you're gonna have to leave him out the gates.
As long as it genuinely won't escape, that's fine.
Well, I'm not the DM, but it probably would if you just left it unsupervised.
Do you know much about wolves? Like how many pieces of food I would have to leave in a pile?
Well, I mean, I don't want him like right by the gate there. That's definitely not allowed. In fact, I think you need to go put it back where you found it.
No.
Well, no is not an answer. It's not coming in here, and I don't want to see it.
And close your eyes.
Well, that doesn't. That's just. You can't just close your eyes anytime there's a problem. I wouldn't be a very good guard if I did that.
Okay. Well.
What if we lock them in the cabin, and then the next time we go out on an adventure?
No, he'll die.
Leave him in the ghost cabin? I mean, that is an option.
Being in there.
No, it
We
didn't
can
like
leave that
being
all
in
day.
there. I will also say, you don't have to. There's a way around the gate. But if the guard sees you just go around this way, like to the south, he's gonna be mad about it.
Okay. Tula. Hold on. I'm gonna walk over here and kind of like just now. There's a bunch of extra wolves.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about all the wolves. You're just gonna have to deal with it, I think.
I'm going to kind of like go over to you guys and just kind of like make a scene as I walk down south.
Are you making the scene, or do you want them to?
No, I want them to.
Okay. I imagine you try to like do the thieves, like you flip off Gildernan, and he doesn't understand. He's like, "Why would you do that? We're friends." That's really hurtful, actually. He's like genuinely sad about it. And I'll say, "Well, you can't just. Isn't this your pal? You just flipped him off. That's really mean. That's really rude. Why would you do that?"
He tried to rob a ghost earlier, and I'm still mad at him for it.
Rob a ghost? Well, the ghosts aren't real. Those are just, fairy tales they tell children, just like elves. And he looks dead at Kilter.
Dennis, do you say that wearing the ghost robes?
They don't know that.
You're trying to fool them.
Are you wearing the ghost robes right now, Dennis?
Well, yeah.
Well, as you say, oh, well, Gildernan was trying to rob a ghost. The robes, constrict around you. They feel tight and heavy, and it's kind of uncomfortable. It's itchy. It's like, it's like putting on a big wool sweater. You trip a little bit on, the hem as you walk. It almost feels like the cloak heard you say that.
It was a very nice-looking ghost. He was very handsome.
The cloak loosens a little bit.
I move over to the ghost. What do you mean elves don't exist?
Thank God.
I have been a guard here for 2 months, and I've never seen an elf.
I stand right before you.
He squints at you real hard. He gets uncomfortably close. Like you can smell this man as he leans in. I love seeing you.
Also, another elf right beside me too, as I lean back to not taking a step back, but
he's squinting at Gilder, and he's like, "You just look like people." Well, just because you have pale skin and long hair and pointy ears, you think you're an elf?
Would you like me to speak something in Elvish?
Oh, anyone can
it?
speak Elvish. You ever heard of Elvish
Well, then you
Presley?
speak something in Elvish.
He's like,
She's
oh, well.
getting really annoyed because she's speaking to a child. No, honey, you don't get this.
he's genuinely, he's trying, and he kind of doesn't understand, but he's thinking he might understand. He's not trying to offend you, but he keeps digging the hole deeper. And he's like, oh, all right, well, elves might exist. It's just I don't see it. You look just like that guy there, and he points at Quixote, which is just this mangy, crusty, piss-covered old man. Also, Dennis, I need a stealth roll or something. You got away from that. It's not going to be a hard one.
Well, the guard was surrounded by people yelling at him for...
He's also, his eyesight is cannonly very poor. He can't even tell that the two people in front of him are elves. Yeah, he didn't notice you and the dog go around. He's like, all right, well. Anyways, that guy must have took his wolf back to wherever. Well, look, if I see an elf, I'll make sure to talk to it, or whatever you do with elves. The guard kind of steps aside. He's like, well, you're clogging up the gate, and there's no one else here. The road is empty both directions. Move along, all of you, before I write you up.
You're making a scene.
Ula opens her mouth to say something else, and then just hangs her head. Okay, let's go get the ransom money. Not dealing with this.
You guys are also rolling barrels still. Gildernan's been standing on his the whole time during the confrontation.
How dare you?
The guard, you're like, they're not elves, they're just circus performers. Look at that guy on the barrel.
Honestly, go drop it off the head.
You're gonna go drop off the head? Do you remember where the bar is?
Yeah, right here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. David remembers.
Right. I actually have to get off too, so...
Righty.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to just drop off the head and call it a night.
I gotcha. If we want to... We'll continue...
Wait.
So, just to forewarn you guys, so I guess I'll wrap up with Dennis and Quixote a little bit, but you guys have acquired enough XP for leveling up, so when we do the next session... Oh, fuck me. Are you here next week, Bettina, or no?
Yes, I am, but
okay.
I'll be leaving next Friday.
The week after, okay.
Yep.
So, Next session, it's hopefully going to be a slightly longer one than this, or we're gonna hopefully everyone will be here on the correct times. But we will be leveling up, and that's gonna take a little bit because we're gonna have to. I want to make sure we go through everyone's character and shit. So, but that's just forewarning you for next week. But you guys are free to run away. I'll throw you in a tree or wherever you need to go. Also, Dennis, you're not allowed to bring the dog in here. That is definitely a problem.
Okay.
Swain sees that shit, and there will be an issue.
Oh, Swain's a bitch.
But all right. Though, how are you? You have the head in a bag? Or are you just carrying it around?
Yeah.
It didn't sound very.
This or that,
my backpack.
yes.
Yeah, I'll say you can have it in your backpack. Your backpack is now a little wet,
That's fine.
and it's a little
Little
bloody.
mushy.
Yeah, it's a mushy, mushy bag. But you pull out the head of Krezi and plonk it on the thing, and Swain's like, oh, you can't just, that's the orc. Okay. Whew, I thought you murdered someone. And he's like, all right. Oh, here. And Swain digs under the bar. He's like, you hear jingling, and like a glass breaks, and he pops back up over the top, and he puts a big bag in front of you. And he's like, 50 gold, as promised. And I don't know if you guys are gonna. Not everyone's here to argue about splitting the gold.
I was gonna split it equally. I mean, obviously.
Oh, okay. I guess everyone add 10 gold to their inventory.
Oh fuck yeah.
I take my hat off and give Swain the 2 orc ears.
Oh, is that where you were
Putting them
keeping them under your hat?
Exactly.
So the top of your head is just bloody.
No, I cleaned them off.
Okay. Swain watches you do this. I guess they're clean orc ears, which I don't know if that's weirder or not. But
I'm just watching you guys from the outside right now.
it's just dead dog. You're the- Also, you guys are on either side of this guy who's trying to like enjoy a mug of ale, and you just really. He looks disgusted. There's bloody orc ears and a bloody orc head. Swain's ecstatic. He gives you guys the gold. It gets magically split between the party because that's how gold works. And he's like, "Oh, you brought back some ears. Oh, that's great." And he gives you 2 extra gold, Quixote. So you're stacked now. You are rich.
Did you already add that, or do I?
You add it. Make sure to add your gold. Add your 10 plus the 2.
Oh shit! I gotta take away.
You need to add your gold, David.
I did. I already gotta go.
Okay. You got your gold. Just check.
How much
But
per?
I shot the ghost once, so I gotta.
You get a gold per was it per ear, and you had 2 ears. And there wasn't a lot of goblins.
There was 20 gold per year.
Was it 20 gold per ear?
Gotta
I thought it
renegotiate.
was.
If you guys want to argue with Swain about the price of orc ears, you're allowed.
Oh shit! Then something tells me it's gonna lose.
I mean, well, because I have what he said to you guys.
Yeah.
I thought it was 1.
Swain's proposal. Yeah, so 1 gold per ear. It has been a day. So again, if you want to haggle with Swain, that's allowed.
Oh shit!
I take the head back. I cut the ears off it. I give all 3 back.
Swain watches you do that, and he's like, I'm not. Those ears are already attached to his head. I'm not paying you for that.
No, you have to.
Well, no.
It's
The
the law.
agreement was separate. You know what I mean? It's separate ears from a different orc. You already brought the whole head back. I watched you cut. This one doesn't count. If you did this before you came in, I might have fell for it. But I just watched you do it. And the guy that's at the bar, he just leaves. He's like, he's not gonna sit here and watch you cut ears off of an orc's head. He's out of here. Swain's like, no, I'm not. Actually, I'll let you. You can either try to intimidate or persuade Swain to pay you. If you want to roll something for it.
Alright. Yeah, I'll be like, Swain, this was your problem. No one else wanted to do anything. Give me what I'm due. And then,
Give her the loot. Give her the loot.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Swain's like, yeah, and you already gave me the head, so technically that's mine. If anything, you've defaced my property. And he grabs the ears and tries to smush them back onto the orc's head. He's like, look, this is how they were. Just leave it. You already got paid. Oh, but I see you. Are those yours? And I'm gonna say he points to the barrels you guys have rolled in. So there's just.
Look at yours for the low price of gold.
That's canon. He's like, oh well, are those mine? Because if that's rightly mine, you're supposed to return it anyway.
We got these in an abandoned shelter in the Mirkwood.
Was that abandoned shelter an orc hideout right next to where all of my goods were?
Maybe.
Yeah, but part of the legally I'm outside the window just looking in, listening, and I knock on it, and I'm like, well, in the legally binding agreement, you said that every barrel we bring back, you get 10 gold.
Did you say that? I don't remember that.
He never did say that.
But isn't that
But-
part of the proposal?
It is part of the proposal, but what is it? He never said that. That's why it's crossed out.
I thought it was
canonically, you guys don't know that. But I will say that you guys do know that these are most likely Swain's, and knowing his reaction just now, you could probably barter him or haggle for the price of the returning of his goods.
15 per barrel.
Well, that's way too high. I'm gonna need a persuasion or something. 15. Well, it costs me 16 just to get the barrel. You're telling me I only make a gold profit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I can't. In these trying times, I'm already losing money. I can't. Look, the best I can do is 5 gold.
10, 12.
Well, I can't. Someone else is gonna have to roll persuasion. He's not interested in bartering with Tolby.
Bullshit.
It's 5 gold or nothing.
11. As I'm like.
On the window. I imagine the guy that's sitting at the bar here. He unlocks the window for you and opens it up. He's like, "Are you all right out there?" And he's like, Swain's like, "Oh, fine. It's only how about 10? 10 gold per barrel."
10, and I'm allowed to bring my wolf in.
Your wolf? What do you mean, wolf? Did you get that from the Mirkwood? You can't bring. No, I'll do 10 gold per barrel, but you keep that mangy thing outside and shut that window.
Will you give me a pass to have it in town without any issues?
Well, I don't have that. I'm just a tavern keep. I'm not
Yeah, but
the
you're
town guard.
You have
talk to
a
them.
lot of sway in this town.
I have a lot of
Got a lot of
Swain. That's
Swain.
my name.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wear it out. Well, look, I'll try to put a good word in. Well, I don't know where did you get that thing anyway? And as he's saying this, I will say he's gone under the counter real quick and he's pulled out another bag of coins and he's counting out 10. And you guys have 4 barrels, so there's 40 gold. You can decide who gets what. Or if someone just wants to steal all 40.
I didn't have any
Yeah,
barrels on hand, so
I'll say, I guess Quixote and Dave, you guys can just have 20. 20 each, 20 of the gold. You can always split it up later. So, Dave's at 30. Oh, Dave, in your inventory, above the items is where your gold is stored.
Oh, not.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's not like in the inventory because gold doesn't have a weight in Dungeons and Dragons. You can carry 10,000 gold and it weighs nothing. Don't question it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, is your wolf trained, Mister Hobbit? Little
It's in the
master.
process, but it is it doesn't like orcs, so.
That's actually that's pretty good. I don't like orcs either.
Mm-hmm. So if you like down the line, I'm still in the midst of like trying to work it out, and I have it that it won't attack anything as long as I give it orc meat.
You giving it? Well, you're feeding it. Where did you get? You guys killed. Well, I guess it makes sense. He looks at like Krezzy's head that's just bleeding on the counter. Like, all right, well that makes sense. I guess. Yeah, okay. As long as it's just orcs and it doesn't eat any men.
I haven't
We'll
seen
call it that,
anything
guys.
like that.
All right, bye, Dave.
See you, Dave.
Alright, guys.
It's like just orc meat and nothing else.
I just like tap it on the head and I'm like, I've never seen it do a single thing like that.
I will say you fed it quite a lot, and it's almost lethargic at this point. It's following you around because you have food, but it's not trying to eat you. In fact, it doesn't even really. It's almost tired now. It doesn't even want to eat the rations that you have for it dangling over its nose now. It's just chilling.
Okay.
It's overweight.
Yeah, he's very round now, actually.
If that's what I need to do, then that's what I need to do.
I don't know if that's how you tame an animal, but we'll see.
That's how they domesticated dogs.
I mean, you just feed it until it stops trying to eat you.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So, I guess we're here now.
Swain, how much
Swain-
for a beer?
Oh, it's
A
it's
pint of
one
ale.
1 gold for a mug, and
Alright.
he actually comes around the counter, and he grabs. Just pretend the barrels are here or whatever. He rolls one back, and he pops it open. Puts a nozzle where the cork was, and pours a mug of ale. And just pretend that it gets slid to you on the counter.
Considering how tired this wolf is, I'm going to tie it up and leave it a little bit more chunky food for it.
I got you. Just outside here.
Yeah, just in the corner over here.
I will say, because we never got around to it, you guys have paid for a day or for a couple of nights at the barge, right? On good faith. Which is this building over here. So if you wanted to sleep there or try to sneak the wolf in, because no one's gonna let you have this wolf inside.
I have
What?
rope, if you want.
That would be helpful, because if it was on a leash, people would probably be less inclined to be worried. But you're also riding it, so I don't know. This kind of goes both ways, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured at a certain point, that it's not like it's stalking me behind me at that point. It's like a dire wolf kind of, at least in my in comparison to me. Because dire wolves are huge compared to people, and this
It's
wolf's huge compared to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a regular wolf. I mean, because small orcs, I will say, are only a little bit bigger than you, and they're thinner. They're not quite as pudgy as a hobbit might be. So generally, there's a reason goblins and orcs and shit ride wolves. It's because they're small and they make they're kind of evil, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So give me 1 second, because I'm calculating experience. Because you guys, if you two would like, what we can actually do to expedite, because I don't want to stay up too much longer, but we could We could go through the level up process for both of you.
Yeah.
So inclined.
Sure.
Okay. So what you want to do on your character sheets?
While you
Next
look through that real quick, I'll be right back.
Alrighty, take your time. I guess this is for you, Phil. On your character sheet at the top should be your class and level. And there should be a little like anvil, like hammer and anvil icon.
Yep.
When you click that, that'll bring you to the level up thing.
Character Mancer.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
And then once you're in there, I believe it's pretty straightforward.
School of Evocation.
They don't really know. Where is it? So, you can choose to multi-class. I don't recommend it, because I believe you were there when I explained it last time. You only gain HP
Yeah.
when you level up your main. And as a wizard, you don't really need to multi-class yet.
Yeah. No, I won't. So. Yeah, I'll just hit next, I guess.
Because I think you'll get access to more spells. Let's see.
Yeah, more cantrip. And 2 more spells.
Nice. Because I'm not gonna be.
I'm back.
I might rule Nazi a little bit, but with the whole spell thing, like
Yeah.
you just don't use like all of them in one sitting, and I won't give you shit for it.
Well, most of it's like comprehend languages, disguise self, like Featherfall. Like it's not like flashy. You know what I mean?
Other than the flamethrower hands, but that,
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I've used.
that's the only thing that people know about you. Well, here, you sort out that. Dennis, at the top of your character sheet, in the core tab,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see Rogue level 1 over class and level. You want to click the little handle or hammer and anvil, and that should bring
yeah.
you to the character mancer for leveling up.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it should walk you through it. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think anything's off limits. Also, I'll ask you. I know poor old Phil didn't really get to see the beginning of it, but how did you feel about the quote-unquote ghost encounter?
It was just confusing because there wasn't any rhyme or reason to anything that was happening. It was kind of like it was an aggressive disturbance.
Well, the thing is you guys have, and I'll let you guys know. You figured it out really quick. You know, like he whispered Wobbuffet. You know what a Wobbuffet is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So like the ghost was only going to attack if you attacked, and while
I fucking
if
knew
you
it,
didn't
man.
attack, he
Ugh.
was hurting himself in confusion.
Okay.
So over time, he was taking damage anyway.
Okay.
But he had a stupid high health pool and a stupid high AC. So like you guys just got lucky getting hits. But like normally it would be a lot harder to actually fight him and win. So it's supposed to be this sort of like battle of attrition, like try to outmaneuver him while still doing some sort of damage. You know, he was going to attack, like if anyone was in melee range, that's who was getting hit, you know? And
So if somebody
instead of
else
doing
had
that, you guys are like, wow, this thing is really weird and different. I'm going to stand here and do nothing. And that was the solution.
Okay. As soon as I heard Wobbuffet, I was like, it freaks out if somebody touches it. So
Yeah,
gotta
so
be
he's
something
just-
happening.
So now you're just wearing the quote-unquote skin of Wobbuffet. Also, imagine you've selected the abjuration cantrip.
Because I didn't add a cantrip when I leveled up.
I got you. Oh, so
So-
it's not on your thing?
Yeah, I'm looking at the list right now.
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna add it manually.
if you can add it, I think what you can do is you can drag it from the compendium. Abjuration. Spells,
I just wanna-
abjuration.
Look at the cantrip list so I can pick my third one.
I got you. Well, if you need to try to, you'll figure it out. I believe in you. If you don't figure it out, let me know, and or like just like message me and like let me know what you're trying to add.
I should figure it out. You can't be that dumb. 15 minutes later.
Nice.
So, what is this? So, yeah, I think it's literally just. Doesn't
Yeah,
really
for
s-
you, I don't think you get anything other than more hit points. Because some
Yeah.
people get extra skills and stuff. I think.
Well, I
I
get
don't know.
cunning action now, which is sick.
Oh, that's
Is
fun.
Primal Savagery okay?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know if
Or, I mean,
things are like
for me to
meta.
use?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say for you, you can use whatever the fuck you want.
Alright.
You get a pass. Also, Dennis, you have to pretend that you. Well, this is something I still want to cover. You know, the fact that like, hey, this old man just shot fire out of his hands. That's really not normal. Maybe we should talk about that.
Well, that's what I was saying from when he first walked in. I was like, maybe Quixote would be able to do something as far as like he seems a little spooky. Look like
You're old. You know all about ghosts.
Yeah.
Wait, there already.
You're already on the way out. You should be right up the alley with this guy. Fucking asshole. I mean, he does. I mean, he rolled really good on his history check, and I mean, he's an old man. He's seen whites before.
He sounds like somebody living in the hood, like way back in the day.
They white boys showing up in my long march.
Got some whites that are trying to eat people.
Oh god. The real question, also while you guys are goofing
Name
around,
watch.
is would the elves sleep in this building, or do you think they'd find a tree?
I thought they don't sleep.
Well, they don't need to sleep, but they can.
Okay.
So that's sort of. I'm gonna pretend that somehow somebody has convinced them. Yeah, let's have a good night's sleep. So everyone's gonna be in here.
I'm gonna be drinking with these two guys.
Just hanging out.
Mm.
Primal savagery. I don't
I
know
don't
what it
think that's-
does. I can't actually see it for some reason. Is it? Oh god.
Yeah,
You just like
so
Hulk out as an old man, or
pretty much. I channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen. Make a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 acid damage.
oh my god. So you haven't showered or trimmed your nails in a while and poisoned somebody by cutting them with your fingers.
Exactly.
That's
I,
disgusting and horrible, but I love it.
I have syphilis, and I'm spreading it every time I scratch somebody.
Oh my god.
The exchange of bodily fluids.
What the fuck? So
Yeah, so
Dennis.
how do I add the real primal savagery? Because that's just some bullshit I typed in.
I don't see it in the thing. Is it a spell or a cantrip?
A cantrip.
Okay. Because I will add this to my to-do list for later, so it'll definitely get added at least by next session. Primal savagery.
Sweet.
Any questions for me, gentlemen?
Are
Did you have
we?
fun? I know, unfortunately, Phil wasn't here for a lot of it, but I hope you had fun as well, Phil.
I did. Well, I messed up the whole scheduling anyway, so don't feel too bad.
No, it's all right. We'll be fixed by next week. I mean, like this. Normally, this would be fine, but Adam's got shit going on, and I have work early tomorrow. Normally, I'd be all for staying up until whatever, but
Yeah.
it's not. Don't worry about it. We're all good.
But I've been waiting to talk to this masked guy since like the first day.
Because I'm sure you've seen him through the fucking window. And
I'm
I think we're
stuck in
gonna
the wall
leave
again.
oh God, how does this? You're literally in the wall too. That's crazy. Look, for your punishment, Dennis, you're in here now. In fact, what I'm gonna say happens is you and your wolf sneak in through this window here, and you guys are just chilling now.
Okay, I can deal with that.
That's where you're sleeping in this just loft.
Because the other option was
Sometimes
gonna be
that
I was gonna
happens.
sleep out in the friggin' bushes with the wolf. So I'm glad
Well,
they're
you know.
not having to do
We're-
that.
You're already paying for the room. I was gonna say too. I don't know if you've seen, but inside are 4 beds, and I was gonna have somebody fight to see who got the shitty bed.
Well, I just didn't want to leave homeboy alone.
He'll be all right. Well, he's there with you now. You have to
Mhm.
feed him though.
That's okay.
Wait, there's 5 of us though.
Yeah, there's 4 beds, and then there's the loft.
Oh, the closet.
Dennis is in the loft with the creature. What are we thinking of a name for him as well?
So
You have
Mike-
6 days left until he's tamed.
6 more sessions.
Well, no, it could be 6 more sessions or 6 more just in-game days. Because you guys ran, like, I'll say it's kind of late-ish evening now. Like, the start of next session will be day 2, and then, you know. I will say you guys can also, like, for example, you guys can just choose to do nothing for a day and just fuck around in town or whatever. I will also say there's side quests in town here. You guys can explore and talk to people, and that's allowed. Quixote really wants to talk to this weird hooded guy at the table, which I'm very happy that he wants to do that, but unfortunately I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
I will also throw it out there. He is absolutely a rogue, and there's no way that I wouldn't be able to talk to him.
I mean, you just still have to try next session.
Yeah.
You better remember. Why is there... Who has vision that's not supposed to?
And I have to keep running across the street for another glass of ale.
Yeah, well, I'll describe this place briefly. This is supposed to be like somebody's house that's been converted into essentially a tavern or like an inn or a hotel. Like, whoever owns this place, it just, like, they serve breakfast in the morning and you sleep in their beds and they live somewhere else. They're just renting this out to whoever the fuck. So, like, these people here were likely, well, I'll say the one guy, maybe he's the owner, and he's like, oh yeah, you can stay, just, you know, when you wake up in the morning, make sure to pay me the gold that you owe or whatever. And then
Wow, there's Airbnb.
that's right. That's what it is. It's actually what is it? The Verbo. And when you say Airbnb, this guy makes a face. He's like, I'd never. Not that shitty app. Anyway. But the
when
shady
you
guy
have
is just hanging out with him.
He doesn't
Rasp
know what
is not
Airbnb
it.
is, so he's like, "This isn't in the sky. What are you talking about?"
Fuck does B&B stand for?
My beds do feel like clouds, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh god. Also, Primal Savagery is interesting.
I think it'll be fun.
This was in your list, or
No, I looked up on the D&D 5e wiki.
I got you. Because you might have to pick something else, because this one says it's for druids only.
Oh shit.
You might have to pick wizard cantrip. So for now, I think we'll come back and we'll add one later.
Yep.
Um,
Alright, I'm multi-classing.
well, you've already leveled up, I think. I think you have more than 4 HP now.
Yeah,
You
no.
get 10
I
hit
did,
points. Look at you. You're moving up in the world.
I'm a big boy.
Dennis is 17. Just strong man.
What did you say earlier with the oh, what was it? I guess I could review the footage later, but it was just a I don't know, like I forget what the wordage that you guys used was.
The wordage. You'll have to just watch the. I need
For
this
what?
posted immediately, by the way, Dennis.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Like, this is how I go to sleep at night. I just listen to the session that we just did. I
Dude,
vividly remember.
I was
Yeah, I want to.
cracking up at that fucking Elvish Presley. Like I had to go away from the mic for a second because I would have sounded like a psychopath laughing.
Dude, that's the thing. I think I sent it. I gotta find it. That's from like a fucking TikTok or something I stole.
I mean, it was the perfect timing for it, so that was solid.
Just fucking Elvish Presley. It's the king, baby. The High King, Gondolin.
Hoo, 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 hoo.
Oh, don't fucking have it here. I'll send it to the memes. But
When-
anyways, I'm running away.
Oh, hold on, real quick. While we're doing like the game, if I want to throw in something, should I not put it in the LOTRO?
Oh, so the LRTO chat is for Lotro, which is Lord of the Rings Online, which me and Dave play. It's fine that you put it in there, because I'm going to leave it, because that chat is just, like, where Dave just ats me and complains. So the memes are fine.
Okay.
But, I mean, generally, if you want to just post shit, just put it in general.
Okay.
That way it makes my Discord look busy, you know, like people actually come here to hang out and shit. I know it's crazy to think about, but
Dude, I'll go into it next session, but yeah, it was just I think I mentioned it last time about just like I can see what we were doing just from the shit that because like I just offhandedly like post stuff, you know.
yeah.
So like menacingly, he like the fucking Boba Fett was just standing there, like madness, fucking everything.
That's I know. I like the dog like spinning the flail that you found. The fucking Kramer like sliding into the thing when Quixote showed up. Like that's what I like the memes. They're very relevant. The
try to-
finger guns. That's just you trying to like talk to other thieves.
Yeah. Good shit.
Anyways, bye-bye, gentlemen. I'll see you. Well, I'll see Dennis tomorrow, and I'll see Phil and Dennis next week for more.
Sounds good to me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you.
Hi, Phil.
Bye.